Ardymo čempionatas. Pirmą kartą Lietuvoje Žalgirio arenos baseine Kaune. Birželio 24-28 dienomis.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of the 32nd AIDA Freediving World Championship in the Žalgirio swimming pool in Kaunas, beautiful Lithuania. It's a lovely sunny day, and today we are going to show you the DNF, short for... Oh, sorry, I already started talking. We're just going to show you a few highlights from yesterday, and in the meanwhile, I'm going to give you a recap from yesterday. We had an absolute record-breaking day, literally. We have had 3 women's AIDA Continental records, all for North America. First, it was Enchant Gallardo with 160 meter. Then Anastasia Devana Tajik took the world record from her with 184 meters. And then finally, it was Natalie Bruce who walked away with the women's North American Continental record title with an amazing performance of 205 meters. Then yesterday we had men's Continental records. First it was 193 meters by Eric Sintra, also for North America. And then finally it was Rolando Salgado who walked away with the North American Continental record for men with an amazing performance of 225 meters. You saw him there. It was Rolando who is overwhelmed with emotion, hitting his chest, and he should be, because it's an amazing feat, 225 meters for a North American Continental record. We had national records for women for South Korea, Austria, Latvia, Romania, actually 2 for Latvia, Norway, Israel, Finland, Lithuania, Colombia, Hungary, Ukraine, and Spain. We had men's national records for Canada, Serbia, Germany, Finland, Japan, Lithuania, Sweden, actually 2 for Germany. Michael Sadowitz took the title from Klaus Kasten, and also men's national record for France. On the women's podium yesterday for dynamic bifins, we had Julia Kozerska from Poland with an amazing performance of 225 meters. We had Jiyeon Kim from Korea with 217 meters, and Katerina Sidurska with 216 meters took the bronze. On the men's podium, we had Rolando Salgado. I mentioned him already. This is a North American Continental record for the men, 255 meters. Silver went to Karol Karch from Poland with 250 meters, and bronze went to Clément Lessafre from France with 232 meters. In total, as I mentioned, it was a record-breaking first day. We had 13 national records for women and 9 national records for men, and a bunch of new continental records for North America. The first ever gold medal for Cuba, North America, and first medal for Korea in a World Championships. So we are looking forward to today. And our countdown has begun for the first official top. This is, the first official top is going to happen in a little bit more than a minute. And in the first heat, we have Evelina Navašinskaitė from Lithuania in lane A, Jiyeon Kim in lane B. I mentioned her. She took silver yesterday for dynamic bifins, so fingers crossed, a medal for her today maybe. Alexandre Boscari from France in lane C. In lane D, we have Hyeong Shin, Daniel Losinski in lane E from Sweden. And finally, in lane F, we have Julia Kozerska from Poland. Now, this is going to be an exciting one, because Julia is the current world record holder for this discipline with an astonishing 213 meters. So dynamic no fins is the discipline that many find the purest freediving. You are propelling yourself forward with nothing but your arms and your feet and your legs. There's no fins, there's nothing else to help you move forward and swim the distance that you have to swim on the breath hold. This is also the most technical, where tiny adjustments to your technique can mean so much in terms of your performance. So the first heat has started. Keep your eyes peeled especially on lane F, Julia Kozerska. You can see her there in the white and blue swimming cap and the silver swimsuit, silver wetsuit. Despite taking gold yesterday, I think Julia isn't a huge fan of dynamic bifins, but still an absolute world-class athlete and world record holder. We were looking at her performance yesterday and thought, okay, well, she took gold, but maybe she was holding back a bit. So let's see if she gives it her all today, and if we can see another world-class, world record holding performance. Meanwhile, hello everyone in the YouTube chat. Julia, your friends are rooting for you. So am I. I can see some Korean folks rooting for Jiyeon Kim. She had a fantastic performance yesterday as well. So hopefully she will be happy with her performance today also. There's a lot of different freediving education systems, and only very few actually teach dynamic no fins, as even from the beginner level, because it is quite difficult, and it's kind of one of those niche and specialized knowledge type of disciplines. So, for example, in comparison with dynamic bifins, you can have lovely fins, for example, super soft and light carbon bifins. And those might hide the imperfections in your technique. And you can still get good results because you have nice fins. And maybe somebody who is stronger can get the same results with less good fins. But in DNF, it's just you and the water. And the key to the beautiful gliding that we see, that fantastic, no wavering horizontal glide, is correct weighting. So the athletes, obviously during their training, they have perfected and fine-tuned the amount of weight they're wearing that is necessary with their body composition and their wetsuits. Obviously the wetsuits are made of neoprene, so if you have weights, if you have neoprene on, you might need to put on more weights. So I can see, is it Hyeong Shin possibly who's come up? He's looking happy enough, clean enough. I'm trying to see what distance that might have been. Looked like he was coming up to, or 105 meters white card. Very nice performance. Okay, you can see a tremble, strong tremble, but still it looked like a clean surface protocol with no chin dip. And Alexandre Boscari in the French swimming cap, he's looking clean and fresh as well at the 100-meter wall. 150-meter wall. My apologies. Evelina Navašinskaitė from Lithuania has just performed a lovely service protocol. She does look tired, but still looks fresh. And she's just waiting for the judge's decision on her card, but as far as I could see, I don't see any reason to not give her a white card, and hopefully that's what she's going to get. And it is a white card. You can see Judge Gabi showing it to her there. A fantastic 160 meters is a seriously impressive distance in this discipline. And then finally, I think the only person still in the water currently is Julia Kozerska, who is just turning at the 200-meter wall, and she's surfaced. I was excited for a world record. She still holds the world record. She's just not breaking her own world record today, it seems. I would estimate that to be maybe 201, 202, which again, in dynamic bifins, I mean, you've seen the length of time she was underwater and the distance she's done. And she's looking like she's just back from a walk in the park. Not the faintest hint of hypoxia. She's just waiting for the judge's decision there. Just measuring her distance. and her teammate filming her there with the GoPro. I'm sure there's going to be learnings she'll take away, and that is a white card. So 200, a bit more than 200 meters for Julia Kozerska from Poland, which is still an amazing performance. There's an awful lot of freedivers, including myself, who will never come close to that kind of distance. And seriously impressive performance as well. You can see Evelina there. She is very happy. 160 meters is a beautiful distance to swim in no fins as well. So in the next heat, starting in approximately 5 minutes, we have athletes from Sweden, Japan, China, Australia, Czechia, and Canada. It's always interesting for me to see the strategy of how athletes kind of pace themselves during a competition like this. Some people didn't compete yesterday, maybe because they wanted to focus on today's performance. And some people who competed yesterday aren't competing today, maybe because they feel that no fins isn't their strongest discipline. I think in general in the freediving community, now people in the YouTube chat, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you kind of either love or you hate dynamic no fins. I know of some absolute no fins fans who are simply obsessed with the discipline because it's so technical, so trying. You can just fine-tune your technique to the tiniest movements. And there's obviously a lot of people who are thinking, that's a lot of work. I'd rather just enjoy the water with my fins, which is also an absolutely valid perspective. So you saw a recap there. Already some fantastic performances. Everybody seemed to have come up nice and clean. I think that was all white cards, even if there was a wobble for one athlete. Not sure if that was maybe Daniel Losinski from Sweden, who had some signs of hypoxia, including a small tremble and some blue lips, but nevertheless managed to perform a perfectly clean service protocol. So a bit over 2 minutes to the next start. And I'm going to see if maybe we can grab Julia for an interview. So hopefully later on in the day we might be able to talk to Julia. But in the meantime, less than 2 minutes to the next heat. So we have Chih-Lin Yeh from Sweden. She competed yesterday as well in bifins. Her personal best is over 130 meters, so it should be exciting to see if she's able to get herself a personal best. I would have to double check if that might be a Swedish national record, possibly. Noriyuki Yabe from Japan. As I mentioned, I remember seeing him when I competed alongside him in Stockholm in Sweden a few years ago, actually. I remember seeing him spend an entire morning in the swimming pool, fine-tuning his weights for his performance. And this is really the place where you need to have your weights absolutely fine-tuned and your technique rock solid, because otherwise you're just not going to get very far in dynamic no fins. As you could see, it's kind of similar to the normal swimming breaststroke, but it's a bit modified. So all movement in dynamic no fins is aimed towards propelling you forward, whereas obviously in kind of classical breaststroke swimming, you're kind of coming up and down for air as well. But here it's exclusively you're gliding underwater. 30 seconds to official top. So we can see Noriyuki Yabe there. He is using a technique called packing, where he's taking small sips of air to squeeze as much air into his lungs as possible, ready for his performance. You'll notice he's not wearing goggles. He is wearing a nose clip to stop the water from going into his nose. And it does make his surface protocol a bit easier because it's one less piece of equipment he has to take off his face when he does not have the goggles on. So I mentioned Chih-Lin. I also met her in Sweden when I was competing there. She lives in Stockholm, and she is an artist and a freediving instructor, and also a tea server. She makes paintings, and I've seen her work on social media. It is quite fantastic, and there's definitely inspirations from her work as a freediver there in her art. This is not her strongest discipline. I think she is possibly waiting for the dynamic with a monofin, which is going to happen on the last day of the competition on Friday. She is very happy to be here with her fellow Swedish team. You can see now the nice wide arm stroke. I believe that's Sylvain from Canada. The arrow position, good glide, and then a big, strong pull down to propel yourself forward. It's also interesting to see people's technique around the ratio of arm strokes to leg strokes. Some people prefer several leg strokes, but you can see that his body is very hydrodynamic, but still quite relaxed. But really, it's the strength of the arm pulls that gives you the biggest leverage to move you forward. So that's Sylvain Desaulniers turning at the 100-meter wall. Come on, Noriyuki, stay up, stay up, stay up. He looks like he's actually coughing as opposed to being hypoxic. I could actually hear her coughing. That is Zuzana from Czechia. She actually lives in Australia and hangs out with the Australian freedivers. I've had beers with them previous nights. So in lane A, that's Chih-Lin Yeh, just turning at the 100-meter wall. And you can see that there's a big difference in speed, in the speed of the freedivers compared to the bifins yesterday. Obviously, with bifins, you have the power of the fins to propel yourself forward. So there's a lot more speed here. But as we know, in freediving, speed isn't really of essence. It's more the distance that you're able to swim, and each athlete needs to find a balance between how relaxed they want to stay versus how long they can hold their breath versus how strong their muscles are. So I believe the only person still in the water is Chih-Lin Yeh in lane A, and Noriyuki Yabe in lane B has had a who is in lane C? Sorry, my apologies. So that's Fang Kong in lane C. A white card, very happy, high-fiving the safeties. So I can also see out the windows, I can also see Sylvain surfacing, and Chih-Lin in lane A has surfaced as well. That was just before. I actually couldn't see if she turned, but it was very close to the 150-meter mark, which is again an amazing performance. And a white card for Chih-Lin Yeh in lane A from Sweden. Congratulations! Big smiles and applause all around. I would hazard a guess that this is actually a personal best for her, because she is very close to the 150-meter mark. Let's see some recaps from this heat. So now let's hear from Algimantas, who's going to talk to Evelina Navašinskaitė from Lithuania.
Sveikiname su Evelina Navašinskaitė, kuri ką tik yra iš baseino, tik po savo nerimo. 116. Atsiprašau, 161, man jau net susimaišė skaičiai, nes man tai yra nerealūs skaičiai, Evelina. Tau ir priklauso dabartinis nacionalinis rekordas, plaukiant varlyte. Tiksliai, nenorėjai net metrų pagerinti.
Norėjau labai.
Labai.
Norėjau, bet galvojau tiesiog, kad šiandien būtų balta kortelė, būtų užskaitytas rezultatas, būtų viskas saugiai. Tai tiesiog išlindau čia ir dabar, kada man paliepė širdis.
Supratau, tai širdis yra kol kas 161. Aš labai linkiu, kad ateityje jisai tik tai daugėtų. Kas laukia, ko mums iš tavęs laukti dar šitose varžybose?
Tai rytoj pailsėsiu, o po to darysim statiką vandenyje.
Statinis kvėpavimo sulaikymas. Aš labai nekvėpuosim. Nekvėpuosim kartu su tavimi, Evelina. Galbūt ne visą laiką, bet labai laukiam tavo pasirodymo varžybose.
So that was Evelina Navašinskaitė, and Algimantas was talking to her about her performance in the first heat at 9 o'clock. So she mentioned that she still holds the national record. She wanted to break it, but unfortunately couldn't. At the moment, the Lithuanian national record is 161 meters, but Evelina decided to come up and prioritize a clean performance over pushing it and risking a hypoxic situation where she might have got a red card instead of a white card. And we spoke about this actually yesterday morning as well, I think, when we spoke to Paula Jönsson, that real wisdom and experience as a freediver, I think, it comes from knowing when to pull the plug and not letting your ego get in the way. And look, sometimes you have your ego getting in the way, and that's a learning experience if that results in a red card, as I've seen it myself. But it's always a good idea to just focus on the sensations you're feeling during the dive. How am I feeling, and am I getting hypoxic? Should I come up and just make sure to get a nice white card for myself? So I think that is always a great decision, and it just kind of shows a good amount of self-knowledge when you say, I wanted this performance, but I'm going to come up now because I want to have a clean performance. I think that's great. So in the next heat, in actually a bit over a minute, we have Elizabeth Mattes from Austria. We have Lucy Budinova from Czechia. She is, I spoke to her yesterday, so she's the youngest competitor here. She started competing when she was 16. She is now 18. And she started freediving when she was 15. So at such a young age, already quite a seasoned freediving competitive athlete. Seriously impressive stuff from Lucy. And looking forward to seeing her performance today. And then we have Laura Maguire from the UK. I spoke to her yesterday as well, so she's the mermaid instructor. And we have Kanstantsin Kliots from, he is an individual neutral athlete. We have Aleksandrs Maskalenko from Latvia. And who did I not mention? Emi Nishitani from Japan on lane F. So 15 seconds to official top. And you can already see the athletes preparing and taking one last big breath and doing the small sips of air, the packing, to squeeze as much air into their lungs as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you can see the athletes are off. And it looked like everybody started within the 10-second mark, which is great, because if they don't, they might get a penalty. And I think it was actually Lucy, if I remember correctly, it was actually Lucy yesterday that I spoke to, who's used to competing in the CMAS system, where the rules are ever so slightly different. I believe there you have up to 20 seconds after official top to start your dive. And she started at 12 seconds, which resulted in a yellow card for her yesterday. But I saw that I think everybody went within the 10 seconds, so we should be okay. So there's the athletes turning at the 50-meter mark now, most of them anyway. You can see Elizabeth in the silver and white wetsuit. It's really quite mesmerizing, I guess, to just watch people gliding perfectly horizontally through the middle of the water column. You don't want to be, if you're even ever so slightly too heavy, you're going to have to work to keep yourself up from the bottom of the pool. If you're too light, you're going to have to work to keep yourself under the water. And that's just energy that you don't want to spend, because you want to spend all of your energy going forward horizontally. Okay, so some athletes are turning at the 100-meter mark. In red, we have Kanstantsin coming up to the 100-meter mark. He's taking it nice and slow. Now, in a DNF, usually, very often, competitions for dynamic no-fins are held in 25-meter pools. Here in the Žalgiris swimming pool in Kaunas, we have a 50-meter pool, and no-fins is held in the 50-meter pool as well. That's Laura Maguire now surfacing. She's looking super fresh. That's Kanstantsin. He's also surfaced, looking super fresh, smiling already. No problem there. I think that's Lucy and Elizabeth Mattes, also very, very clear. Small bit of blue lips. But everybody has the big smiles. And I'm hearing some applause from the swimming pool. So we're just waiting actually in lane A, B, and C. The athletes came up more or less at the same time, and more or less actually at the same distance, so they're just kind of right behind each other. White card for Kanstantsin, and that is Emi Nishitani from Japan. Very grateful and happy with her performance. I am just going to see if it is possible to speak to someone. I love the pictures when the judges take photos with the white cards and the athletes. Here's some recaps. I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. I love the people in the supportive atmosphere in the YouTube chat. Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. So in Heat 4, from 9:30 start time, so that's in approximately 5 minutes. Actually, exactly 5 minutes, I'm sorry. So we have Paula Jansson from Sweden. We have Isabella Lisek from Poland. We have Aura Salonen from Finland. We have Berenika Goralczyk from Poland. We have Yeonju Im from Korea and Egle Zolite from Lithuania. Like I mentioned, I am absolutely loving the number of Lithuanian athletes here. Obviously, they are swimming in their home turf and enjoying the pool that I believe they probably train in this pool as well, which is just a fantastic, fantastic spot to train in. And it's great to see the national records as well that are being broken and the happy smiles and personal bests. So from Isabella in Poland, I don't have any, actually, let me see, no, I do have do have a dynamic no fins result from her from last year, from April last year actually, and that was 75 meters at the time. And I'm curious to see what she does today. So on the screen now you can see the results. So leading is, to nobody's surprise, Julia Kozerska. And second after her is Evelina Navašinskaitė. Well done to Evelina from Lithuania. This is mixed gender, so men and women. And then you see Sylvain with 157 in third place at the moment. So some fantastic performances already today. I'm very, very excited to see what the day brings. So we have, it's great that we have another Lithuanian athlete in lane F, so Eglė Zalite. I'm going to see what her previous personal best was in DNF. That was a pretty impressive 123 meters. I'm impressed anyway. So curious to see if maybe she can get a personal best now. I'm super happy to see that the Polish team have come with so many athletes as well. We have Izabela Liszek and Berenika Góralczyk just in this heat, but we've obviously had several other, well, we've had Julia Kozerska previously. So you can see a little bit behind the scenes here. You can see someone lying on a yoga mat. This is perfectly normal for a freediving competition. This is how people, this is how athletes prepare for their performance. Everybody has a different way to prepare and getting in the zone and kind of meditating and relaxing before their performance. And again, many times you kind of come to a freediving competition and you just see people sort of camping out with their yoga mats and relaxing there. So you can see Aura Salonen from Finland getting ready for her performance. So her previous PB was 110 meters. Very excited to see if maybe she can get a personal best now as well. And Paula Jansson had an impressive 175 meter as her previous personal best in dynamic no fins. So let's see what she performs today, and I hope she'll retain that kind of self-knowledge to know when to pull the plug and finish the dive in order to get a white card, the way she did yesterday. So Berenika Góralczyk from Poland, you can see her preparing actually in lane D. Is that her with the nice colorful swimming cap, I wonder? No. Official top, +1, 2. The colorful swimming cap belongs to Eglė Zalite. That swimming cap. So Berenika, I was going to talk about her. She's a triathlonist. She's a triathlon trainer and a swimming coach. So she does enjoy long distances, and hopefully she's going to get some long distances under the water today. It's so interesting to see what other sports freedivers do. Yoga, for example, is a very popular one for many freedivers because of its intersection with kind of stretching and relaxation and getting into a meditative state. It's pretty useful for freediving. But Berenika participated in the Ironman World Championship in Hawaii last year, and this year she's going to a multisport World Championship in Australia with her triathlon training, which is fantastic. And here she is at the Freediving World Championships, which is just seriously impressive stuff. And the athletes are, some of them have turned at the 50-meter mark. Actually, all of them have turned at the 50-meter mark. And I can see nobody's come up yet, as far as I can see. And in the commentator booth with me, I have Michal Sadowitz
Yes.
from Germany.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Are you? Did I see you on the list today? Are you competing today?
Yes. At the
later
last.
Oh, the last heat. Okay. So you have time to just hang around.
Yes. Chill.
Nice.
Watch the others.
Very good. Okay.
Think about life.
Think about life and oh yeah, don't think about it too much. So what's your hopes for today for your performance in no fins?
Actually, I have no clue, but I really enjoy DNF, so let's see.
Is that
Like-
you say that's your favorite?
It's my favorite, yes.
Really? Wow.
It's always like either I break up before 2 meters, or I really enjoy it. So it's 50-50. Let's see.
You've announced some big numbers.
Yeah.
You've
I
announced
need the
some
pressure, I can say.
Okay. And you're confident that you can definitely reach that 150. Like that's an easy distance for you, is it?
Yes, this should work.
Seriously impressive. And what I was just talking about Veronica and how she's a triathlonist. What other training do you do for your freediving and your no fins speciality?
I'm coming from swimming, from swim sport. So when I was a child, I was swimming a lot. Ooh, now someone is trying.
Oh, Paula, come on! Oh God! Oh! Keep it up!
She got it.
Okay.
I think she got it. It's really close.
No, she's fresh, but it was close.
Close with the mouth in the water.
Definitely.
Ooh.
Definitely. I'm curious to see what card she's going to get there.
Yeah. But I think she didn't tip with the mouth, so it should be white. Yes. I'm new to the business, so people always have to explain me the rules. Still.
Well, there you go. But you've competed before, right?
It's the 4th time right now.
Exciting. Fourth competition in the AIDA World Championships. It's fantastic.
Yes, it's a bit absurd.
White card for Paula Janssen. I don't know if she actually turned at the 150-meter wall, but she's certainly very close. That's great. Did she have a... is it a personal best for her? I'm not quite sure. Should be interesting to see. So, why DNF? What do you love about it?
It's like the most spontaneous way of diving, I guess. Like you don't have anything with you; it's just you in the water, and it's so you feel so flying, like in space actually. For me, yeah, that's what I love about DNF. And you every stroke has so much power, but still is so exciting and so relaxing afterwards. I really enjoy it.
Nice. You competed yesterday in bifins as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How did that go?
Pretty well. Like, normally I don't listen to the opinion of other people, but this was the first time I did, and I thought, all the people always say, you're too fast, to keep it slow. And I said, okay, now World Championship, maybe I relax and do it slower. And I did 229, yeah. But I think I would have gotten more if I speed it up a bit, because the legs were not the problem in the end.
I'm just looking at my notes. Yeah, you actually got the national record from Klaus Kasten by a few meters yesterday,
yeah,
no?
2 meters, yes.
Bless him. He was so happy with the national record, and then an hour or two later, his national record was broken. But hey, he broke a national record.
He's still happy. We're both happy. Like, it's nice. We have actually, I really enjoyed to be around with the German team. I didn't knew them for so long, but I really like these people. They're so kind and so nice to me, and they are all really funny. And it's a nice group. I'm really having fun here. Also with the other athletes, they are all really nice and happy and fun and share information. It's a really cool group of people together.
Yeah, no, it's a fantastic Yeah, fantastic supportive atmosphere. This is one of the things I love about freediving competitions, that, you know, there's no real animosity, or there is a competitive spirit, but everybody is very supportive. But listen, Michael, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
I think we're going to hear an interview with Egle Jolite, who has just finished. Yes, she just finished. Egle from Lithuania. So let's hear the interview then.
Pussy baba from me.
Sveikiname su Egle Zolyte, tik ką po jos nerimo. Egle, kaip tau sekėsi? Nunėrei 119 metrų varlyte, kokie buvo jausmai, kaip jautėsi?
Pradžiai buvo taip sunku nerti, paskui taip pramušė, kaip mes sakom, tokia siena pasiekė ir tada jau tampa lengviau. Viskas gerai, su malonum plaukiau.
Esi pirmus metus nardanti atletė, bet čia nėra tavo pirmos varžybos. Be abejo, Kauno baseiną pažįsti, esi varžžiusi jame, bet kuo skiriasi Kauno baseinas nuo paprastų varžybų pasaulio čempionate?
Na, žymiai daugiau žmonių, mūsų tos varžybos vietinės būna gan nedaug žmonių, maksimum 25, o čia jau beveik 200 žmonių, tai yra tas stresas žymiai didesnis.
Supratau, bet rezultatas tikrai ne ką prastesnis. 119 metrų, sveikinu su puikiu rezultatu.
So that was Egle Jolite from Lithuania, interviewed by Algimantas. They spoke about, obviously, she's a local athlete, so they spoke about what the difference is between a local competition versus the World Championships, and actually Egle mentioned that there's quite a big difference, because obviously you have a lot of athletes from so many different countries here, and you can just see the different approaches to freediving. So Egle got 119 meters, which according to my notes is not quite her personal best, but still I think a beautiful, super impressive performance. And I need to ask her where she got that swimming cap, because I love it. The next heat is in 1 minute 20 seconds at 20 to 10. And in that heat, we have athletes from Japan, Sweden, Finland, Latvia, Japan, and two Japanese athletes, and from an athlete from the USA. So unfortunately, I believe Brady Bradshaw did not have, probably wasn't very happy with this performance yesterday. I believe, if I remember correctly, he was one of the athletes who unfortunately blacked out. But fingers crossed, he's getting a white card today. So Brady is on lane F, and I have my hopes up for him. Jeanette Molnar is also from Sweden. Again, great to see a big Swedish team here. And it's always kind of nice to reacquaint myself with athletes that I would have competed alongside in another competition that I attended.
10, 5, 4, 3.
We also have Iris Alaolla from Finland. She is in lane C.
5, 6, 7, 8.
And she told me that she is an emergency department nurse who's seen some horrible things during her day job. So I hope that she can find some relaxation and downtime in freediving. Like I mentioned, everybody has a different reason for freediving, and and she actually said it herself, that she's trying to, freediving helps her forget all the horrors of working in public healthcare, specifically in an emergency department. But hey, if our life is on the line, then they're the people who will help us, no matter where we are in the world. So her favorite discipline is static. So I'm sure she's looking forward to Thursday, the day we have a day off tomorrow. And she mentions that, actually this is going to be interesting when she competes in static on Thursday, that sometimes you have to reacquaint yourself with the zen and the relaxation, even in a discipline that you're quite familiar with. And she mentions that quite recently, a couple of months ago, she'd found her zen in statics. So I hope she can find the zen in the gliding in dynamic no fins as well. So Elaine, see, there she is coming up to the 100-meter mark. She's actually going quite fast. There's not a lot of glide. I feel that a lot of athletes were a lot slower. And again, this can be a question of strategy, of maybe you're stronger in terms of your muscles. And there's Iris surfacing now 100 and something meters, 110, 115 maybe. I'm just estimating this based on eyeballing.
I'm okay.
In lane A, we have Ria Sakakibara from Japan surfacing. Big okay sign from her. And then on the screen now you see Kazuaki Yonezawa from Japan as well. So he's surfaced. He's looking pretty fresh and all right. So still under the water, if I'm looking at the yellow and blue swim cap, possibly for Swedish freediving. Oh, no, sorry. That is Grady Bradshaw. He's looking super fresh. He's looking super fresh, good surface protocol, and already a big smile. So he's just waiting for the judges to make their decisions. I'm hearing a good bit of applause for Ria Sakakibara from Japan in lane A and Jeanette Molnar from Sweden in lane B. It's always nice to see people happy with how they've performed. Just waiting to see. You can see the judges deliberating what distance Brady did. I think he possibly turned at the 100-meter wall and went to maybe 125, or did he turn at the 150 wall? We'll have to see the results a bit later. But he looks very happy, which is fantastic. Because, it's all swings and roundabouts. Sometimes a day is going to go well for you, and sometimes it's going to go maybe not so well. Having a look at the YouTube chat, hello to the Polish fan zone, and hello to the folks in the USA. I think if you're in the US, you're up pretty early to watch this, or the middle of your night, depending on where in the USA you are. So enjoy some recaps there. So the next heat is in approximately 4 minutes in heat 5, so that's 9:50. We have Tatiana Serogina from Ukraine in lane A. We're going to have Adam Tumanovits from Sweden in lane B. We have Anastasia Devanatajic from the USA in lane C. You'll remember she was one of the people who broke the North American continental record for dynamic bifins for women yesterday. But then ultimately Natalie Bruce took the continental record from her, which does not diminish the performance at all, in my views. We have Han Chang from Korea in lane D, and we have Marcel Bogle from Hungary in lane E, as well as Anthony Judge from Australia in lane F. Again, I've been hanging out with the Australian guys, always great fun, so looking forward to seeing what Anthony manages in dynamic no fins. Adam Tumanovits was joking with me. So he lives in Sweden, and he trains in Göteborg with the freediving club there. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name of the club. I'm sorry. I would probably just do a very bad job anyway. So Adam is a self-employed carpenter and says that he works a lot, and even if he doesn't work, he still works. Massive, very relatable. And they also breed miniature American shepherds, like as in dogs. I wonder what a miniature American shepherd looks like. But yes, so a busy life, and maybe freediving is a nice way to kind of take a break from the busyness of being a self-employed craftsman, as well as with the probably lots and lots of dogs and puppies jumping around you all over the place. So Adam started snorkeling, and then that morphed into freediving, which is quite a natural progression actually, and started competing pretty early. So since 2019 he's been I believe he's been doing a good few competitions, most recently in a competition in the Swedish Nationals. In November last year he was able to gain 111 meters in dynamic no fins. So that's pretty cool. Is that his personal best? I think that is his personal best. So fingers crossed for maybe a PB for him today. On the screen now you can see Anthony Judge from Australia. He is he's of the school of thought apparently that that he's not using any facial equipment. Again, there's pros and cons to this. The benefit of it is that it makes your surface protocol an awful lot easier. The downside is the main reason I would personally use a nose clip is I just hate it when the water goes into my nose. So if athletes don't mind that or are happy to kind of go with that, then it's a great way to make the surface protocol, the end of your dive, an awful lot easier for yourself if you're able to perform free diving without facial equipment. So in lane A you can see Tatiana Serogina from Ukraine focusing. You can see Marcel Bogle, he is packing, taking small sips. I was walking to the pool with him earlier today and I asked him, well, what are you hoping for? And I know that he's helping with the event itself as well, so he mentioned that he hasn't done an awful lot of training for dynamic no fins recently. So he's just going to go with the flow. And I think that's a nice attitude to have, to say, you know, a white card based on his announcement is pretty much guaranteed if he doesn't mess up the service protocol, and just to see what he's capable of with apparently minimal training in no fins. So we can see some very nice and relaxed movements under the water. That is, I don't know if it's the angle of the camera, but it looked like a very, very slow speed, which again, it could be an awful lot more, it's possible that it's a lot more relaxing if you almost just barely move and almost just think of your dive as almost like a static dive with some bits and pieces of movement. But I do love the shots of the freedivers just kind of coming up to the wall and people gliding mid-water, completely horizontally. I'm trying to see who that is who has just surfaced. That would be lane C, so that's Anastasia Devanatajic. So that's right up to the 100-meter wall. Sorry, 55. Again, what you see on the screen might be they are not official results. They're kind of being manually adjusted. So I think that it's possible that she's kind of at the 50-meter wall, which is still a nice performance because, as I mentioned previously, a lot of competitions happen in 25-meter pools for dynamic no-fins, and pushing yourself off the wall really, really helps. So ideally in a 25-meter pool, when you have a good push-off, a good strong push-off, you brace your feet against the wall and just like a loaded spring, you push off the wall. That will help you an awful lot, and you can just kind of glide to half the pool if it is a 25-meter pool. Not in this case. Unfortunately, I am seeing the safeties grab Adam Tumanovitz. Very sorry for him. And you can see Marcel Bagot surfacing. He's done 130-ish meters, which is still pretty impressive. And I think the only athlete still going is Anthony Judge, who's just turned you saw him turn at the 150-meter mark, and he's up. I think that's possibly Zuzana who is shouting at him. It's always very useful to have somebody coach you. We've seen this yesterday as well, that very often it helps when somebody just tells you what to do, even if you're, maybe your brain is getting a bit foggy from hypoxia, and somebody is just grounding you and anchoring you back into what you're supposed to do during your surface protocol. So that looked like a pretty clean surface protocol from Anthony. He's smiling. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that that's probably a white card. And it is a white card. You can see Judge Julia showing him the white card, and he is very happy. It's a fantastic performance, and I think might not be a personal best for him, but still pretty impressive to have over 150 meters in dynamic no-fins. So you can see the medics talking to Adam Tumanovitz. We have great medical support here at the World Championships. You kind of need medics to be on standby, and you can see in the white shirt that's Jeroen van Hout, who is the chief medic. I hope you enjoy these highlights from the previous heat. On the screen now, you can see the results from the last heat. Unfortunately, as we mentioned, Adam Tumanowicz had a blackout and the safeties had to assist him. So that is a red card. Marta Bogo from Hungary, 131 meters. White card, as I mentioned, he said he didn't really train much for this. So still a very nice performance. And Anthony Judge, I estimated a bit over 150 and it's 159 meters. White card for Australia. Han Chang from Korea, and Tetiana Serogina and Anastasia. So there you have it. The next heat is starting in about 3 minutes, and we have athletes from Norway, Poland, Romania, China. We have an individual neutral athlete, and we have an athlete based in the UK. So on lane A, we have Siri Ostfold, and on lane B, we have Mateusz Platek from Poland. We have Ionut Katalin Vizireanu from Romania in lane C, Gabi Dai from China in lane D, and in lane E, we have Tatiana Melnichuk from who is an individual neutral athlete, and William Seaford from the UK in lane F. So that's the official top at 10 o'clock in a bit over 2.5 minutes. So Siri Ostfold is, I think she's the only Norwegian athlete here. I might be wrong. But she mentioned that actually she loves having a specific goal to work towards. So, some people freedive for fun and for ocean exploration, and some people enjoy the athletic aspect and the sportsmanship that and the goal setting that a competition might bring. And yes, Siri is right. Sometimes the trainings can be a bit challenging, and sometimes you need to dig deep and find that mental resistance. But that's also a part of the journey. So Siri is also sponsored by Double K, who are one of the main sponsors, along with First Logistics, which is a Lithuanian company, of the AIDA 32nd AIDA Freediving World Championships, the event you're watching now. And we are very grateful for their generous sponsorship, which makes the event possible. So I can see a question in YouTube. It's kind of already been answered about the stands or the platforms that the athletes are standing on. You don't see it, but as soon as the athletes start, there's some helpers and event volunteers who remove that and lift it out of the water. So when they come back to the 100-meter wall, they don't accidentally get stuck in it, like or stub a toe or maybe get stuck or pinched on these stands. So yes, that's right. Happy to see support for the Romanian athletes. Hello, folks from Romania. I can also see support for our very own Marta Bogo. Again, very nice performance, considering he kind of just thought of it as, oh well, I'll see what happens. I wish I could swim 130 meters dynamic, no fins, just for fun. One day, maybe. One day. So again, it's cool to see the difference in speed. The first athlete is just kind of maybe 15, 20 meters away from the 50-meter wall. Again, it's a bit more of a slow-moving situation where you're just enjoying that glide and trying to maximize the glide to maximize efficiency, really. So athletes turning at the 50-meter wall. And like I mentioned, the push-off, it's, I guess, for people, very often people like to drill the push-off in itself in training. We mentioned that no fins is such a technical sport, such a technical discipline, that often it helps to break down the performance into its individual parts, including the start and the turn, because it's really the start and the turn that can give you that extra boost, where you don't need to use your strength. You can just glide along. So in lane B, we can see that Mateusz from Poland has surfaced with a. I don't think he made it to the. He didn't make it to the 100-meter wall. It's 85 meters, but he's still looking pretty fresh and has no problem keeping himself up on the line. I think I spoke to someone about the conditions in the pool. They were very happy with the conditions and mentioned that the line tension is pretty good. But you, as an athlete, you have to consider that if you come up in the middle, so right in the middle between the two walls, that's where the tension on the line is the smallest. So there's the biggest dip in the line, and you have to make sure that you're working against that big dip and making sure that, well, your chin doesn't dip and you're keeping yourself on the line in a stable way. So there is strategy there as well to say, okay, I've just turned, can I make it past the 25-meter point so I'm a bit closer to the far wall, or should I come up on the or should I come up before the 25-meter point? Or sometimes you come up on the 25-meter point and you're still fine. It's just that extra small bit of difficulty due to, well, physics, I guess. In the commentator booth with me, I have Anthony from Australia. Hello.
Hello. Good to be up here.
Hello. How did that go for you?
Oh,
it looked great.
Yeah, it was a good swim. I enjoyed the swim. It just makes me laugh. It was I think it's my third or fourth exact same distance in competition. So I was 159. And it's like, I'm going to shave my beard off and maybe I'll get 1 more meter and so I can go 160.
I thought the beard helps.
Maybe. I do feel like paddling sometimes, but oh dear. No,
I've heard a trick that like a manicure or maybe pedicure can help with like.
Well, I don't know if that would help these fingers, but maybe we'll give it a go.
Definitely.
No.
So how how do you feel about DNF yourself?
I really like it. I've been experimenting more with it recently, mostly because I've been working on my static for like the last 2 years, and the no fins really just like lends itself well to people that are doing static, because it's basically just a slow moving static. You know, you're not cooking it anyway, just nice and slow. Try to hold my breath. So.
It's so funny because this is kind of exactly the same thing I said as you were doing your performance, thinking that, okay, some people like to go faster, some people like to just relax and think of it as like a static with some extra movements. Yeah. Great minds think alike.
Yeah, that's exactly. Cool.
So yeah, it's great that you think that way as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think I kind of coach that for a lot of people. I'm just slow down, try to relax. You don't have to be in the full attack streamlined position. You can kind of just relax your shoulders, let them roll down. At that speed that you're swimming at, you don't have to be perfectly streamlined, but a bit of combination of both goes a long way, I think. Oh, I'm on TV. Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
hello.
Shout out to all the Cairns crew.
Are they? What time is it in Cairns at the moment?
It wouldn't matter. They'll be watching. The Wrench Dodgers, they'll stay up, have a beer. I'm going to have a beer with you guys soon.
Oh yeah, excellent. And until then, maybe we'll have a beer tonight.
I'm sure we will be.
Definitely.
Yeah, day off tomorrow. Not that it stopped me last night either.
Yeah.
But.
What's your plans for tomorrow, your day off?
Yeah, I think we're going to jump on all the little e-scooters and go for a cruise to the old town and see some of the old historic buildings, and I might even get a beard trim, see if can help me a little bit on the dynamic on the last day. Yeah, take it easy, I think.
Does it help with static?
Well, where I'm from, there's a lot of stingers in the water, so beards are the best because the little stingers are actually really painful. So this is like my little protective barrier against stingers.
And would you also but you wouldn't do static in the sea. You'd do it in the pool,
Nah,
would you,
but we
or-
do a lot of diving. We live right on the Great Barrier Reef, so
Oh yeah.
yeah, we're up in
Of course.
Cairns, so it's a
Look,
beautiful
that's
place. Oh, definitely getting a
highlight.
haircut tomorrow.
Nice high five.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I can't say thanks to the safety divers and all the volunteers enough. Like, you can just see when you look down over this pool from up here, you can really see how much work goes into this. And this has got to be one of the best comps I have ever seen. It's just so well organised. When you're watching the highlights, it's like watching the Olympic Games. It's brilliant, and it's really kind of shining a light on our sport. So good to be part of it. And thank you for being here. You're doing an
Fantastic.
awesome job.
Thank you so much. Great stuff. Well, sure, I'm sure I'll see you in the hotel bar probably later
You will
tonight.
see me there probably in 20 minutes if you hurry.
No, I think I have to stay a bit longer and talk to people about freediving, which is my speciality.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for talking to me, and well done on your repeated performance. I guess repeating a performance is nice, but it's not your PB according to this sheet anyway.
Yeah, it must have been close. It's up around there, like not in training, but for comps, it's just, it's one of those things where it definitely is hurting when I'm turning at 150 and it's not comfortable. But at the same time, I'm not mouth dipping, I'm not sambering. I really just need to square that away and just start throwing extra arms, extra legs in there and start kind of creeping forward. But at the same time, this is a really big comp, and you can't help but feel a little bit of the nerves. And I really just come here trying to get 4 white cards and try to do some really good performances. So I can't complain with it. It's a good swim.
Do you have any good tips against the competition nerds? Nerves, sorry.
For the comp? Yeah, look, obviously everyone, it's like a cliche saying breathing, but I try to walk around and talk to everybody before my event. I take the time and speak to the athletes that are warming up. Anyone that warms in, I go and have a quick yarn to them. Because instead of it feeling like I'm performing in front of spectators, it just feels like I'm training with friends. So if you can kind of take the time and go have a chat to everybody, as many people, as many freedivers, like we're all here for the same reason, go have a yarn to them, and you'll probably find that, you realise that they're just in the same circumstances as you are. Everyone's a little bit nervous, but when you can kind of start thinking of everyone as your friend and your mate, it takes the pressure off a lot.
Totally. Yeah, I love chatting to people as well. And I know that maybe that's not everybody's cup of tea, but I absolutely hear you on the I'm just training with friends and they're just sitting around watching.
Yeah.
Not specifically spectators, although
Yeah,
obviously we have people watching around the world.
Yeah, no, it's
YouTube.
definitely exciting. Like, I know my dad was just sending me messages, what time are you on, what time are you on? So he said he was watching on his laptop. So yeah, Judge over in Brisbane. Hope you enjoyed that swim.
I enjoyed that swim. It looked great.
Yeah,
and
thank
it
you.
really looked. I'm just laughing at how we both said the same thing about how it's just static with some extra
Yeah,
movements.
just throw a few wobbles in the middle of a static and you start moving and away you go. So
That's perfect. Anthony, thank you so much for talking to me.
Oh, thanks
It's
for
been
having
a
me.
pleasure. Congrats on repeating your previous performances, and hope you enjoy your day off tomorrow, and
Yeah.
best of luck with the rest of the competition.
thank you very much. I'll see you soon.
See you around. So that was Anthony Judge from Australia talking to me. Thank you so much. And the next heat are starting now at 10:10. So we have Klaus Kasten, who took the German national record yesterday, but then Michael Sadowitz, who I spoke to earlier today, took the national record from him, which again I don't think diminishes the performance at all. We have Gloria Stetsenko from Latvia. We have Sandra Brum from Portugal, Mantas Zemleckas from Lithuania, Diana Boesan from Romania, and Janita Kulkula from Finland. I spoke to Janita yesterday, and she was absolutely thrilled with her performance. I'm just going to very quickly check. I think was she one of the national record holders? She was indeed. So yesterday it was Janita Kulkula who is swimming in lane F at the moment. So it was her who did a women's national record for Finland with dynamic bifins there with 173 meters yesterday. So I'm not sure what the current Finnish national record is, but I hope that I hope that maybe she can break it with no fins as well. It would be fantastic. So we can see the athletes turning at the 50-meter wall. And again, you're just pushing off the wall and you're just enjoying the glide and just taking a nice relaxed stance. Like Anthony said, you know, roll your shoulder, relax your neck. You don't have to be perfectly streamlined. You're just gliding through the water like the sea animal that you are. So Sandra Brum is in lane C from Portugal, I think. She is the only Portuguese athlete here. We have somebody after surfacing. A good wall touch, quick recovery, and then a rapid turn. So that's lane C, so that would be... Okay, so I can see Sandra is up. I mentioned she was the only Portuguese athlete, and actually she lives on São Miguel Island in the Azores, and that is where her club is. She is a nephrologist, which is a kidney doctor, in case you had to look that up like I did. And again, as another healthcare provider, she likes to use freediving as a way to unwind from her long hours and stressful job of looking after other people's health. And she loves, obviously, in the Azores, there's some fantastic diving, and she loves the sense of freedom and connection when you're freediving in the ocean. I can hear some applause for Gloria Stetsenko from Latvia in lane B. She seems very happy with that performance of 105 meters. So she would have turned at the 100-meter wall and maybe enjoyed a bit of a glide before coming up. So it's always great to see people just very happy with their performances. So in the commentator booth with me, I have Mateusz Platek.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So you swam earlier today.
86 meters or something like that.
86 meters. Are you happy with that? How do you feel about that?
It's my PB. I beat my last PB for about 2 meters, so I can say I'm happy about that. I was thinking about something more. I wanted to turn on the 100-meter wall, but it's not the day.
Sometimes you just have to make that decision to come up a bit earlier than you would have wanted to. I mean, in Poland, you guys have such incredibly strong freedivers.
Yeah, to be honest, it's very hard to be a very good freediver in Poland because there are so many good freedivers.
Absolutely. But I guess you can also think of, I'm sure that the competition inspires you as well. And do you train together? Like, are the Polish freedivers, is that like a tight-knit community?
It's a really tight community. To be honest, many freedivers, great freedivers, come from few cities only, so it's easy to find a group to train together. Especially if we are in Krakow, we have few very good freedivers, including Jacek Polak, who will be starting today, and Karol Karcz, who will also be starting. And we managed to make some trainings together, and that is really inspiring, seeing such a great people doing their trainings and motivating you and telling you what you are doing wrong and what you can be doing better.
Fantastic. Yeah, I can see Jacek is going to be on at noon. His official top is at noon, and I'm just trying to find Karol Karcz when he is on. Oh, he's on at 10 past 11, so in the second heat after the break. So yeah, no, that's great that you can kind of share experience and share the knowledge with
a world champion, to be honest, because Karol is one of them.
100%. Yeah. But yeah, I'm so happy for you, and it's great to see great to see freediving being so strong in Poland. So are you competing in any of the other disciplines?
In all of them, to be honest.
Fantastic.
I'm waiting right now for the static. I hope this one day of training will be a way to rest just a little bit, and then after the static we'll have a dynamic together with my wife here. So yeah, I think it will be a very, very good days because we are waiting for that. I'm especially waiting for the static because I feel the best in that.
Oh, you're a static person.
I think so. Maybe not in my life, but in the freediving, yes.
No, I was talking about how I think the static is actually quite similar in that with DNF as well, you kind of either love it or you hate it, and some people enjoy the challenge and some people just hate how maybe it's a bit more challenging.
Yeah, I can stand on this hater part because I really don't like DNF, but I had the opportunity to start today with that, and I'm happy I took the challenge.
And you got a PB out of it.
Yeah.
You know,
And
even by
that's
2 meters, that's still a personal best is a personal best. And it deserves cake. So I hope you're getting some cake later on.
It's a really good idea.
There you go. I know a really good donut place. Find me later and I'll tell you where the donut place is nearby. Like really decadent
I
donuts.
love this idea.
And you can get ice cream as well. And there's like sorbet if you want a healthier choice.
A donut with ice cream?
Yeah, it's a shop. Or I'm sure she can sort a donut with ice cream for you if you want.
I'm totally into it.
Yeah, we've been swapping experiences here in Kaunas. There is the judges have told me about this this gelateria, like Italian ice cream place, very close to the hotel. But I was walking back to the hotel one of the days with Sasha, and we walked a slightly different route. And well, what do you know? We ended up staying for donuts and ice cream in the donut shop. So have a look on Google Maps.
We also found a quite good place for eating, not so far from the hotel. Just by accident, we just came in, and the menu was fantastic because there was a lot of photos of the food you will get, and that was really, really fine.
Yes, I love talking about food. At the moment, I'm taking it easy with the food, but yeah, some great spots in Kaunas, and I'm enjoying everything the city has to offer, including donuts, possibly with ice cream.
I'm glad we can talk about it today, not yesterday, because every day before the dive we are trying to limit our food just to be a little bit hungry. So that's why we are waiting to finally have some breakfast.
Fantastic. Yeah, go get your breakfast. Thank you so much for talking to me, Mateusz.
That was very good, very pleasure.
And yeah, best of luck for the other disciplines, and take it easy tomorrow. Get your donuts today, and I will see you back on Thursday for static.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Thank you. See you. So that was Mateusz from Poland, and wishing you best of luck with the rest of your performance. Okay, so we have one last heat before the break at 10:20. We have less than 1 minute to go, and in this heat you can see the names on the screen. We have Lorena Prieto, you could see Lorena there, you can see Wonjun Lee from Korea, and some pretty exciting competition in this heat, because there's a wide variety of personal bests ranging anywhere from the 80 to 90 meter range to the 150 meter range. And again, personally to me, you know, performances over 100 meter in no fins is pretty impressive, because I have not reached that myself. Can you tell I'm a better talker than a freediver? But I am just so excited for the performances we are hopefully about to witness today. Meanwhile, I am watching this heat with Jiyeon Kim. Am I saying it right? From Korea. Hello. Good to meet you. I'm Esther, by the way. Did you have your performance today already?
No, not yet. No, not today.
Oh, you're not performing at all today. Okay. Yes, but you did do by fins. Yes.
Yes, true.
Okay.
So I'm resting now.
Ah, very nice, very nice. What was your result and how do you feel about it from yesterday?
Yesterday it was a quite nice memory. Actually, I got red card.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
It's alright, but it was my personal best, and it was my first time to get the red card. But it's gonna be a good experience for me for the future, I guess.
Absolutely. No, I always say that you either get a white card or you get a lesson. Why did you get a red card?
It was a blackout. It was
I'm
yes.
so sorry.
It's alright. It was for the first time as well. The blackout, yes.
Okay.
Oh.
And it's so interesting. I find like everybody has a different experience in the blackout. Did you notice that you blacked out when you came to, or did they kind of have to tell you?
I only remember that I was trying to reach my hands to grab the line, and all of a sudden, once I opened my eyes, everybody was watching me, the safety team. So
These things happen. I've mentioned this yesterday, and I'm happy to repeat it as many times as I have to, because I think freediving has this reputation of being such a terribly dangerous sport. But again, it's so safe here. You have two people in every lane looking after you, making sure you're okay. You have the judges, you have the medics, you have an ambulance on standby outside. I mean, you feel like you couldn't be safer.
Yeah, let's say that if I feel it's dangerous thing, then I wouldn't be here anymore. But I'm so excited after the 2 rest. So today is my rest day since what happened yesterday, and then tomorrow is official training, and then I will go for the static and then the dynamic as well. So which means I totally trust them, and I'm still, even though I had a red card from BO blackout, I'm still enjoying. So I hope everybody enjoy.
Yeah, no, I hope so too, and hopefully, you will be able to repeat that pre-B with a white card soon.
Thank you.
What are you hoping for in your static performance on Thursday?
Static performance. First of all, of course, the white cards.
Obviously.
And then my previous record was 6:02, 6 minutes and 5 seconds, and hopefully I can overcome the everything.
6 minutes and 5 seconds is a pretty impressive static.
Really.
Wow. Well, I hope you can repeat it, and don't let the competition nerves get to you too much.
All right, thank you.
Cool. Thank you so much for talking to me, Gaia. It's been lovely chatting to you, and enjoy the rest of your rest day and official training tomorrow. And I am looking forward to seeing you beat your personal best in static on Thursday.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so we have reached the end of that heat. That was Gaia Kim from Korea talking to me there. I'm seeing some white cards. White card there at the, I believe, possibly the 150 meter mark 4. That is lane A, so that would have been Natalie Bruce. So that's, she looks happy enough with that. And it is, like I mentioned, it's quite an impressive feat.
Sveikiname su Jelena Solovjova, tik ką po jos nerimo 110 metrų. Jelena, čia yra tavo PB asmeninis per varžybas. Kaip jautėsi tau nerimas? Koks buvo jausmas? Kaip jauties?
Žymiai lengviau, Algimantai, negu vakar. Man atrodo, tas pirmas dienos jaudulys šiek tiek prisisklaidė ir buvo išties lengviau. Bandžiau tiesiog mėgauti savo nerimo, ir kai jau išnėriau, tiesiog galvojau apie protokolą ir apie šypseną, nes reikia šypsotis, kai pabaigi savo nerimą. Tai mane išmokė Magdalena ir Mateusz, mano treneriai. Tai visą laiką tas padeda, tai tiek.
Šypsena labai smagu matyti tavo veide. Ar kas laukia tavęs dar varžybose? Ar laukia kažkurios rungties specifiškai?
Man liko tik tai statika, kaip ir sulaikymas kvėpavimo nejudant. Nėra pati geriausia mano disciplina, pripažinsiu, bet tuo pačiu ir smagu šiek tiek atsipalaiduoti ir pagulėti ant vandens ir jau nebejudėti. Tai visai laukiu.
Linkiu geros tavo meditacijos ir sėkmės statikoje. Iki.
So that was Jelena Solovjova from Lithuania. She mentioned how 110 meters in dynamic no fins is actually a personal best for her, and it felt to her that it was much easier than her performance yesterday because yesterday I think she wasn't alone with this. I think many athletes felt like this, that on the first day of the World Championships you're feeling like you have competition nerves. On the screen, you can see the top 15 results for women. Obviously, Julia in the lead, Evelina Navašinskaitė from Lithuania second, and Natalie Bruce with a lovely 150-meter performance that we've just seen from the USA in third place. So Jelena also mentioned that she wanted to focus on her surface protocol and the smile afterwards. Very important about the smile. Her coach, Magdalena Maci, mentioned that that comes from her to smile after your performance. So we can see the men's top 15 results with Klaus Kasten, who broke the German national record yesterday, and he did a beautiful 175 meters, seriously impressive 175-meter dive today. Brady Bradshaw right behind him with 174, and Anthony Judge, who I spoke to earlier from Australia, great guy, 159 meters and a white card as well. And we only had one red card in the top 15 today, this morning. So I leave you with some highlights of the first half of the day, and I will see you back here for the 11 a.m. Official top, which marks the final part of the day. Hello again and welcome back. This is the second half of the second day of the 32nd AIDA Freediving World Championships in the Žalgirio swimming pool in Kaunas in Lithuania. It is a lovely sunny day today, and we've already seen some great performances. You can see the top 15 men's performances on the screen. Obviously, unfortunately, red cards get 0 points. But still, like I mentioned, to me, dynamic no fins is, people often have such a love-hate relationship with no fins, and we have seen some great performances. So what you see now is the top 15 women's. It was all white card for at least the people in the top 15, which is fantastic. I'm so happy for everybody's success. And obviously leading the women is Julia Kozerska, who was in the very first heat with a fantastic 202-meter dynamic no fins, but maybe she was holding back a little bit because she is also the world record holder in this discipline with 213 meters, which she didn't reach today. So in the next heat, starting in approximately 2.5 minutes, we actually only have, it looks like, no, yeah, we actually only have 4 competitors. So the 2 middle lanes, so lane D and C, are empty. And we have Ilona Bardysheva on lane A from Latvia, Takayuki Inui from Japan on lane B. And on lane E, we have Magdalena Chalujek from Poland and Yevgenia Bondar from Ukraine in lane F. So we've seen some, we've spoken to a Polish athlete, Mateusz, and he told me about the awesome freediving community that exists in Poland. Obviously, it comes with its own challenges because, you know, it's very difficult to be an outstanding athlete in Poland because you have some amazing athletes, including world record holders and world champions there, such as the people who are present here. Julia Kozerska is from Poland, and Karol Karcz is also from Poland. So the next official top is in just a bit less than a minute and a half.
One minute.
So meanwhile, while we wait for the start, in a bit less than a minute, say 45-ish seconds, we have with me in the studio, we have Eric Sintra and Rolando Salgado. Hello, welcome. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, welcome. If you want to come a bit closer, maybe we'll be a bit more visible on the camera. That's the camera there. So, continental records. You guys took the continental records from each other. So first, Eric, you got 193 meters yesterday, and then Rolando took it from you with 225 meters. Do you train together, or how do you feel about 2 continental records for North America in a very short time.
Yes, we train together. Yeah, in Miami.
Miami?
Yeah, Miami.
It's okay, that's not Cuba. That's brilliant. Are you training with the American freedivers in Miami? Or
Yes,
kind of just...
just we have a little group for Cuban guys. They are living in United States too, Miami also, and we train together. We had a great group there.
Nice. So that's the Cuban freediving club in the US.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
brilliant. That's so cool. So yesterday was the first ever gold medal for Cuba in a freediving World Championships.
Yes, it is.
How does that make you guys feel?
Yeah. How do you feel?
We only have one microphone, unfortunately, so you can either kind of hand it to each other or.
Oh wow.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, we only have one headset. We weren't quite prepared for 2 interviewees. Okay, yeah. So Rolando, how do you feel?
Oh, I'm feeling so very, very, very happy.
How do you train for a continental record?
Yeah. I'm training in Miami, Florida. My nationality is Cuban. I live in Miami.
Ah, yeah, okay. And do you go to the pool or to the gym? Sorry.
Sí. Oh. Yeah. No.
The pool or gym or both? Or any other training?
No, but.
Okay. Do you do any dry training?
Yeah.
Yeah? Dry statics, stretching?
No, not study.
No.
Only DNF.
Oh, okay.
Or no film, by film, monofilm.
Okay. So you're one of those people, you don't like static?
Yeah. No.
Neither of you like static. Okay. Meanwhile, we can see on the screen, I think that's, just looking at who that is, that's Magdalena Czelwiak from Poland. I mentioned about the Polish community. So is there, what is the Cuban community, Cuban freedivers in the US? Do you feel that the community is growing? Are there new people joining?
Yeah, some the group is increased. For example, I'm going with him. I started to training 1 year ago, so me add to the keep, you know. Yeah.
Wait, you only started freediving a year ago?
Or 1 year and 2 months. 1 year, 2 months ago. I started.
Continental record after like a year of freediving is pretty good. Congratulations. Wow. Seriously impressive stuff. Did you do any other competitive sports before that?
Actually, I practiced apnea in Cuba, but so many years ago. Like 13 years ago. Then start again in the United States. Yeah, and I never practiced another sport, so only apnea.
Wow. Seriously impressive stuff. That's amazing. I'm really happy for both of you because, you know, 2 North American continental records, both for Cuban guys, and first ever gold medal for Cuba is fantastic.
Yeah.
Are you competing today?
No, we forget announcement.
No.
Big mistake.
I'm
And
so
actually
sorry.
today is the best event for him. The favorite event for him.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
He has really good option for today, but it is what it is.
Maybe you could do no fins on the dynamic day.
Sorry?
Maybe you could do no fins on the dynamic day on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah?
We do.
I mean, it's gonna count towards the dynamic results, but you can, you know, see if you can maybe get a personal best in no fins. I'm so sorry. If you need us to help you with the registration or the announcement, like find me tomorrow or something, and we'd be happy to help you, you know?
Yeah, we do. Because
Perfect.
that was a big mistake. Yeah.
Look, it's a learning opportunity. I've heard Hungarian world record holder Fatima Korok forgot to check in with the judges a few years ago, so her entire performance was invalid, and she did like 100 meters free immersion. You know, sometimes it's the logistics and the administration that like trip you up and make it impossible for you to compete. But let me know if we can help.
Yeah, for sure. We do.
We'll now go to the interview with us, Uroš, the head of safety. Thank you so much to the Cuban guys for talking to me. Thank you.
We are here with Uroš, head of safety and one of the organizers of the competition. Uroš, you've participated in many world championships. How this one fares? What is your impression of the first day and first half of the second day? What is your feelings? How do you feel?
I will be totally honest with you, because generally last couple of world championships we have stress, so we measure of level of competition and quality regarding our stress. So from yesterday I'm totally cool here. No stress, no nothing. So to be honest, one of the maybe the best organized competition now, when we, especially regarding the details. Yesterday very smooth, very nice, without zero mistakes. Especially I'm proud for the live streaming and everything what we have here. And our general goal is to every competition we improve, to put on our highest level. This is the proof that we do this very good job for this year. And to be honest with you, I'm very proud and enjoying here. Nice. So I maybe I want to put myself a little bit stressed, but I cannot find.
You cannot find.
Running on the pool, but I cannot find something I can yell at somebody to be stressed. It's literally great. Pool is great. Athlete is happy, and this is the something which is more important, because everything what we do here we're doing for them, not for us, not for safety. Also, I need to mention safety. This year we have like Lithuanian safeties, majority, and couple guys from Serbia. They're doing a great job, working like team, so I'm proud of them. We're doing, also Savas making a very good job before with them. So for now, 10 plus for organization.
Thank you, Uroš. Looking forward to the rest of the competition. Yeah, thank you so much.
Let's enjoy together, man.
Let's enjoy it. Yeah. No stress.
So that was Algimantas talking to Uroš, who is the head of safety. We've seen the safety guys going around in groups, Serbian safeties, Lithuanian safeties, and they are doing a fantastic job. Thankfully, so far today, they've had not too much action, which I guess is always ideal, but then when it is required from them to do something, they're there and they know what to do. So I always say that you can have competition without streaming, but you cannot have a competition without safeties and judges. So really, when it comes to the people who make a competition truly happen and who allow the athletes to push themselves in the safest environment possible, it's really these guys, the guys in white who are the safeties. You can see them in the water sometimes, and the judges who are wearing yellow t-shirts. So previously, before you heard Algimantas talking to Uroš, you heard Eric Sintra and Rolando Salgado, who were talking to me here in the commentator booth. Eric and Rolando are both from Cuba, and they have actually taken the continental record from each other, the North American continental record for men in dynamic bifins, from each other yesterday. As you heard, unfortunately, they are not able to compete today due to administrative issues, but I am hoping, I think this is the kind of mistake that you only do once in your competitive career and then never again. And I'm just heartbroken for Rolando, because he is a real no-fins man. But I hope that maybe he'll consider competing in no-fins during the dynamic day, which is on Friday. This is allowed. Obviously, other people will be there with the monofin, so it's very difficult to compete with the kind of distances that people can do in a monofin as opposed to with no fins. But I hope that maybe he will still give it a try, and maybe he can get a personal best, even if it won't earn him a medal or a podium, or maybe it will. Who knows? We'll see. So in the next heat, we have on lane A, we have Miro Suompere from Finland. We have on lane B, we have Sanina Jinguji from Japan. Lane C is empty for this heat. And lane D, we have Yingri Han. In lane E, we have Yun Kwang Jung. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. From Korea, and Karol Karch in lane F from Poland. So Karol's personal best is over 200 meters in dynamic no fins. I'm very excited to see how it works out for him today. He's had a pretty successful day yesterday. He was one of the, I'm just going to tell you now. So Karol Karch gained silver yesterday with a beautiful performance of 250 meters in dynamic bifins. So keep your eyes peeled and let's see if he can gain maybe a medal today as well in dynamic no fin. Meanwhile, watching this heat with me in the commentator booth is Buda Shobot.
Shobot, S-O-B-A-T, Buda, yeah. I'm coming from Croatia. I'm the only athletes from Croatia this year. Hopefully.
So, yeah, just adjust the microphone. There
yeah.
You go. Okay.
Hopefully, I will not disappoint my teammates.
I'm sure you won't. There's some pretty strong Croatian athletes who are not here.
Yeah, because it's very close. One World Championship, it's very close to the other. I don't want to mention that. Yeah, Simas. Yeah, so it's very close.
It
Yeah. I was supposed to participate both of them, and but there was some issue in our national team, so I gave my place to Vanja Peliš, who is a world record holder as well in DNF. Hopefully, I will make some good results here in my favorite discipline, static. By CIMAS, I'm a world champion, so
wow.
Yeah. So hopefully, I can do something similar here.
Maybe you'll be a world champion in AIDA as well.
Yeah,
Thursday.
that would be nice. That would be. But any medal. First of all, I would love to make a good result, and then, if by any chance it's enough for a medal, I will be happy.
Fantastic. I love that attitude.
Thank you for having me. This competition is great. I know most of the athletes, even though if I'm competing more or less by CIMAS. Yeah, nice one.
That looks like a nice clean exit. I'm gonna just check who it is. It's lane lane D. So what? Oh yeah, sorry, that's Yingri Han from China. Yeah. We saw him surfacing, and you can see the judge Antero just thinking about it. Okay.
Breathe, breathe. Yeah, it's
perfect.
Yeah, great.
There's a huge.
Breathe more. Yeah.
There's a huge freediving scene in Croatia, right?
Oh yeah. We are a small country, but actually we have quite a few good athletes, world record holders. I can name them all, like Petar Klovar, Vitomir Maričić, Mirela Kardashević, Vanja Peliš, Goran Čolak. We are all of us world champions or world record holders. So for us, there is no huge difference between depth and pool. And like I said, hopefully I will represent my country well. This is Karol Karch. Yeah.
Is that Karol? Okay.
Yeah. He's a strong athlete. Yeah.
Did he reach the 200-meter wall, or did he come up? I think he came up before.
If it's before, it's a wise decision. Very wise decision, and probably he will be. If he continues like this, he will be overall winner because he is he's the strongest athlete here. If we're talking about all disciplines.
Oh, overall disciplines,
yeah. Yeah. If there is overall winner here,
I'll have to check.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah. He's a great guy. Yeah. He's probably I don't know, but he's a student of Mateusz Malina. We all know him, and he's a good athlete. Oh, Ekaterina. Yeah.
I love how the Japanese team are so supportive.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's the camera. Hello.
Oh, yeah. Great. Yeah.
I'm always so
Nice
happy
people.
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're seeing in the recap, you're seeing Selina Jinguji there for a moment, and I think it was her who was being congratulated by her team there a minute ago.
I can say because I was participating in maybe 5 or 6 World Championship. This one is really nice and well organized, and thank you for this.
You're
and
very welcome.
hopefully we will have more white cards and without blackouts, and
Absolutely.
let's see. Yeah.
I think so far it's been a pretty good day. Not a lot of blackouts. I think I maybe remember seeing one.
The number of
yeah.
athletes are big. Yesterday was 117, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and today was more than 100. Always in my discipline, static, it's less. But, well, let's see what I'm built of. So, okay. I'm chasing 10 minutes, so we will see. It's going to be
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, people on the YouTube stream, make sure to tune in on Thursday. Don't forget, we will have the start list, I think, in the evening of tomorrow evening. I think we'll have the start list for Thursday, the static, and keep your eyes peeled for Buda Shobat.
Yeah,
10 minutes, Jason, 10 minutes on the static. It'll be amazing. I'm rooting for you. Wishing you the best of luck, Buda. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So in the recap or in the highlights, you can just kind of see somebody relaxing, completely zoned out before or after their performance. The photographers as well, who, if you follow the AIDA social media, which is there's only one official AIDA page on Facebook and only one profile on Instagram. Unfortunately, some fake profiles have been popping up, but the place where you see the beautiful pictures, those are the official pages. So in the next heat, at 20 past 11, we have Rodrigo Villalobos from Mexico. I spoke to him yesterday. He is the guy who's trying to balance his duties as a dad, as a new dad, looking after his incredibly cute, I think 7-month-old son. Every time we see him at breakfast in the hotel, we always go, oh, hello, hello, teeny tiny little boy. And I spoke to him, and obviously it's difficult to be training for a World Championships while you have a small child at home. And then we also have Ivan Gavriliev from Lithuania in lane B. We have Natsuko Saito from the USA in lane C. My very good friend Diana Ninkro from Colombia in lane D. So Diana's personal best is 105 meters, and that is the current Colombian national record set by her at the Noxy Cup last year in Budapest in November. And so I'm very excited. I already told her, national record in no fins, no pressure. So hoping for a nice performance from her again. You can see Rodrigo has opted for a no wetsuit setup by the looks of it, or maybe just the wetsuit bottoms. I can't exactly see. The wetsuits are usually a glide skin on the outside, so they kind of help you with the glide. They keep you warm in the water, especially during long training sessions. Now, freediving, as you can see, is short bursts of activity, but there's also a lot of relaxing and meditating and getting ready for your performance, especially if you're at your usual training session. So you do need the wetsuits very often to keep you warm during those long pool sessions. Vesa Nieminen from Finland is in lane E, and Laurence Geun from France, I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name, in lane F. There's Diana now, focusing. Come on, Diana. National record, no pressure. With me in the commentator booth is Valdemar Karlsson from Sweden. Hello, Valdemar. Welcome.
Hello.
Glad to have you here. Are you competing today?
Yes. I have a start 12:10.
Okay. Well, I'm very grateful that you're here. Even before your start, usually I would ask athletes to join me after their start once the competition is out of the way. So what are you hoping for your competition now, your performance?
Yeah, I get quite low expectations this year, but have some trouble with the training. But I'm hoping for 150 today, but we'll see.
It will still be a nice number, 150, I mean.
Yeah, but I've done better.
Fair enough. And you are quite the static warrior. I think, did you reach the 10 minutes or you just got very close?
I have 9:28 in competition.
Still.
9:32 in training.
That is seriously impressive numbers in static. Are you hoping to do that on Thursday again?
Well, I'm not in that shape right now, so I don't think it's possible, but I've done like 7:30 at the most in training now before, so we'll see if I can.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. It's lovely to be here. Yesterday I spoke to Lucy Budinova. She is 18. So she is the youngest competitor here, and I think yourself probably the oldest competitor?
Probably.
Is that an offensive thing to say?
No. No, I think so. I know I've been several World Championships, but you don't know the age of everyone.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I haven't seen anyone, I think, my age here now.
I spoke to, when I was in doing commentary at an Oxy Cup last year in November, I spoke to this lady from the Azores. She was, I think, 65 as well, and I said it there, and I keep thinking...
I'm only 62.
Oh, sorry. Over 60 is what I meant. I'm sorry. I always feel it's great that in freediving, you know, you have such an age range, and I know that in AIDA there's no age categories.
No.
Is there age categories in AIDA?
No, it's same as is,
yeah.
but AIDA doesn't have.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. But it's, you know, like I'm thinking of, if you think of something like athletics or football or any of the kind of more traditional sports, you have the top athletes retiring in their 20s or their 30s, you know.
Yeah.
And here in freediving, we can have, you can have fantastic performances, getting close to static in your, you know.
Yeah, in static, I think it's not a disadvantage. In 2020, when I won the World Championship, there was this Chinese guy, he was around 30, I think, on the podium in second place. And so, wide range.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a blackout. I'm trying to see who that was. That looks like lane E. Oh, looking at the wrong heat. Is that him who had a blackout? I'm so sorry for him. I think Rodrigo looked good. And what we're seeing now on the screen, this athlete is also pretty solid on the line above the water. So do you, you've deliberately taken a, sorry, no, you're competing later on.
Yes.
Yes, sorry. What are you hoping for? So you know your personal best. Oh, you mentioned 150.
Yeah.
Do you think you might go further than that?
No, I think if I come there, I will go up.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Completely understand. Valdemar, thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you.
Thank you. And best of luck with your performance. Okay, so you heard Valdemar Carson sitting with me for a while, and you can see one of the organizers, Elvinas, giving a hug to Jiyeon Kim from Lithuania. His teammate, was it Ivan who had the... I'm not sure if it was him who had the blackout, but that certainly looked like maybe a hug of comfort. Or maybe not. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Sorry, I was focused on speaking to Valdemar here. Curious to see Diana's results. Did anybody see them? YouTube chat? In the recap now, you can see Rodrigo just swimming in his swimming togs. This is freediving coaches would often say, don't change anything at the competition. Swim in whatever you're used to swimming. So maybe he just trains no fins in his own pool without the wetsuit, in which case it's probably better that he wasn't wearing his wetsuit and simply swimming in his swimsuit. We can see some nice clean surface protocols. I mentioned about the camaraderie, and you just saw that lovely hug. Maybe I'll go to Elvinas and ask for a hug as well. Very shortly, you're going to hear from Sava Savas, who is the head of the jury, chief judge. He is a freediving instructor based in Cyprus.
We're here with Savas, head judge. Savas, how would you measure the first day and the first half of the second day, no fins and dynamic bifins? What is your impression of the competition so far?
First of all, I would like to thank you for the great hospitality here and the super nice swimming pool. Very, very good setup for this pool. Generally for the competition, yesterday ran very smooth, even it was the first day, and always the first day is the hardest one. We had very good performance. We tried to do the best with the athletes and regarding safety procedures, no delays, no nothing. And I think generally everything runs pretty smooth, and also the live streaming, everything was really in good quality. And thank you for this.
Thank you, Savas. How would you say, how did the performance of the athletes measure towards other competitions? Are the performers more nervous? How's their performance? How would you judge that?
This is okay. You have different level of athletes sometimes that also athletes, they have their plan to push to one discipline, to rest to another one, or to go a bit more with less performance, so just take points and in overall to be better. So it's no good or bad performance. The idea of all of them to have a white card and have a good performance, solid protocol. And
how do you find those who are going to push their limits? Are you looking for them? Are you taking notes ahead?
No. The idea is not to push your limit up to the point that you will be disqualified.
Of course.
That's why also we put some rules so to stop the athletes to reach this level. Of course, it's not always controllable. That's why we have the safety and the medics and so on. But the idea is, and also the athletes to create this attitude that they have to stop when they're still on the kind of safe, on the awareness side, let's say, that they come up and be safe.
Okay. Thank you for the insights, Savas. Looking forward to the next competition. Thank you so much.
So that was Sava Savas, the head of the jury, talking to Algimantas downstairs. Before the next heat, we have about a minute and 20 seconds. And with me in the commentator booth is Julia Kozerska. Hey, Julia.
Hello.
Hello. Congratulations on winning gold yesterday in dynamic bifins.
Thank you.
Fantastic performance. And some people were suggesting that maybe you were holding back a little bit. Do you feel like you were holding back, or did you feel like you brought out the maximum you could?
No, I didn't do maximum yesterday because today was another start, and I have also static and dynamic with monofin ahead of me, so I didn't do maximum dive. I wasn't pushing myself, just did some PB and surface.
Absolutely. I mean, you still won gold, so it's perfect. And you're obviously in the lead today as well after your performance this morning. I was secretly hoping for a new world record from you, seeing as you're the current world record holder in AIDA of DNF.
Well, frankly speaking, I I am in my peak shape, but like I said, there is still a lot of competition before me. And today I was tired after yesterday's dive, so I decided to do some 200 meters in 1 week. In 1 week or a bit more. I have another World Championships in Belgrade, so I have to save some energy to these starts.
What is your training cycle looking like for these two World Championships that are so close together? I think yesterday I spoke to an athlete who mentioned actually it's nice because you kind of get the two World Championships in one peak. How do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, that's true, because you don't have to, you don't have a break, so you don't have to separate separate your preparation. But on the other side, it's quite hard to do so much maximum dives, do your personal best or something. So we will be all tired after this, because a lot of athletes from AIDA is going to CIMAS next week.
Absolutely. And what are you hoping for in your static and monofin performance later in the week?
I would like to defend gold medal in monofin and fight for silver, not for gold, because we have Heike. She's the strongest athlete in static now. So I would like to fight for some silver medal.
Fantastic. I hope you get it. Julia, thank you so much for talking to me. Congratulations once again. You're in the lead today. Now the day isn't over yet, but I hope the gold remains with you. And congratulations on yesterday's gold as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Julia. So that was Julia Kozerska, gold winner from yesterday, and hopeful world champion in dynamic no fins from today as well. So far she is in the lead, but again, the day is not over yet. So in lane B, we can see Artūrs Kurmatovs from Latvia surfacing. He is looking pretty clean, pretty smooth, no signs of hypoxia really, I guess, and holding onto the wall, keeping himself stable in a pretty stable but relaxed position. We can also see in lane E, lane F, we can see this is Christoph. This is Christoph, my apologies. I'm hoping to talk to Christoph a bit later because he spoke to me about some charity work that he's doing. He is the freediving ambassador. He kind of works with a charity called Apnea Solidaire, which I love the pun because it has apnea, solidarity, and air in there. So he works to promote research and policy changes for people living with rare diseases. And if any of you freedivers are listening, he is always looking for ambassadors who are freedivers who are willing to help him with this work. So I hope to have him on maybe a bit later and speak to him about this directly. So you can see young Julie exiting the pool from Korea. Her personal best is 130, over 130 meters. I didn't exactly see her results, but thank you to the people in the YouTube chat. I can see that my friend Diana Ninko has broken her own Colombian national record for women in dynamic no fins. Previously, she held the record with 105 meters, and now she's managed 113, so she's added a good few meters to her own personal best and broke the national record with that performance. So incredibly happy for her. The competition has been going super well for her so far. She broke a Colombian national record yesterday as well, actually, with her 153-meter dynamic bifins dive. So 2 days, 2 white cards, 2 national records. Not too shabby, if you ask me. Not too shabby. So shortly, I think Algimantas is going to be talking to Ivan Gavriliev, who is a Lithuanian athlete. I think we saw him getting a nice hug from one of the organizers, Elvinas. And now cutting to Algimantas.
Sveikiname su Ivanu, tik tai ką po jo šaunaus 129 metrų nėrimo varlyte. Sveikiname Ivanai, kokie jausmai tik ką išnėrus.
Nuovargis ir džiaugsmas. Džiaugsmas, aš mačiau kaip savas žiūrėjo į mane ir jis taip šyptelėjo. Supratau, kad viską padariau gerai, teisingai. Labai geras jausmas.
Kai gavai baltą kortelę, kokie jausmai aplanko, kai rezultatas įskaitytas ir viskas gerai, ypač toks geras rezultatas?
Tas rezultatas po antro posūkio jau buvo toksai, geras gavosi.
Ties 100 metrų.
100 metrų jau ateina euforija, kad geras gavosi. Ir tada prasideda kova tarp to, kuris turi tave išgelbėti, ten vidinis balsas, jau siaurėja, jau ten blogėja, jau reikia lipti. Ir to balso, kuris, viskas gerai, tu dar gali šiek tiek, dar gali. Ir tarp jų pusiausvyrą turi būti kažkokia. Ir šiandien gavau tą pusiausvyrą ir man labai patiko.
Labai džiaugiuosi tavo pusiausvyrą, smagu, kad tos dalis viena kitos neprarijo ir nenugalėjo per anksti. Išlindai pačiu laiku, sveikinam su puikiu rezultatu. Šaunuolis.
So that was Algimantas talking to Ivan Gavriliev, a Lithuanian athlete. So just to summarize what they spoke about, in case, like me, you don't speak Lithuanian. So Ivan is feeling very happy after his dive. He's tired but very happy, and when he surfaced, he saw the judge, Savas, watching and smiling at him, and that made him super confident and very happy. And, just a small insight into the inner voice in the freediver's head. After 100 meter, Ivan was wondering, should I come up? Should I stay? And he was very happy because I think he was hoping to get to at least 100 meters in no fins. Again, like I mentioned, I think 100 meters in no fins is a fantastic result. And he was very happy thinking, I did it. And you need to find a balance between the voices in your head, so to speak, that are telling you to come up, or the voices in your head that are telling you to keep going. And sometimes when that balance isn't quite right, you might feel, I could have done more. Or on the opposite side would be you get a red card and due to excessive hypoxia, or maybe you mess up your surface protocol. So there's absolutely a balance to be struck. We've spoken about that balance yesterday. We've spoken about that balance today already, and Ivan just echoes this idea of, know when to stop and know when to keep pushing even through the discomfort.
1 minute 30 seconds.
So in the next heat, we have Anshankan Lado in lane C from the USA. We have Mikko Niemelainen from Finland in lane B, and Karl Oskar Nimo from Sweden in lane A. In lane D, we have Anton de Wet from South Africa. In E, we have David Spreitz-Ellings from Sweden. Why do I remember David's name? I think he got a Swedish national record yesterday. I'm just going to very quickly check. Indeed, he did. So David got a Swedish national record of 232 meters with dynamic bifins yesterday. So let's see what his performance ends up as today in no fins. And also we have Mimi Kim in Korea in lane F. So again, we have quite a wide spread of personal bests recorded, at least for AIDA. We have anywhere from 60 meters to over 160 meters, which is always exciting to see what performances we get. So in the studio, we have Rodrigo Villalobos from Mexico. Hi, Rodrigo.
Hi.
And you brought the family as well. Would you like to come a little closer to me?
Sure.
2, 1. Official top plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hello, Rodrigo.
Hey.
Hello. I keep seeing the beautiful child, but I keep forgetting his name. What's your name?
Nicolas.
Nicolas. Hello.
Hi, Nico.
Hi. A bit shy today. Okay. So we spoke yesterday about balancing your training with your duties as a dad, looking after Nicolas.
Yeah.
Such a cutie.
He's part of the team.
He's part of the team, absolutely, and he's here to cheer you on. So, no fins. I noticed you weren't wearing a wetsuit. Was that...
Yeah, so where I train is pretty hot, so I can't really wear a wetsuit to train. And I didn't want to change things here. I thought if I train without a wetsuit, I'll just go without one.
That was my very educated guess while I was watching your performance, thinking, oh, he's not using a wetsuit, just the swimming togs. Maybe that's how he's always changed. Don't change things before your competition.
Yeah, maybe not. It's already everything different.
I'm afraid I didn't see your results. Many things happening at the same time. What was your results and how are you finding that?
So I did 106. My best is 142, so it was quite short. But I could feel like the difference between a long pool that I usually don't train in a long pool, and also like the nervous of the big event and everything. So I think I did a smart decision to come out then. Maybe I could have pushed 5-10 meters more, but I think it was the right time for me to come out.
Absolutely. And this is what actually we just saw an interview with Ivan from Lithuania, and he spoke about that balance as well of one voice in my head is telling me to come up and one voice in my head is telling me to push on.
Yeah, I was hoping I could do 125 at least. But now when I turned on the 100, I said, no, I don't wanna pass out.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Prioritizing the white card and a nice clean performance.
And I have this little one looking at me. I don't want to make a scene.
You don't want to see your dad getting a red card.
Yeah, no.
Who are you rooting for the most from this group? I mean, we have athletes from the US, I think. Is that Anshant Kala?
Yeah, I think she is.
She is?
Yeah.
Okay. She's looking pretty fresh, I think.
Yeah. Well, I'm a bit biased towards the Swedish team.
Ah, okay.
I've been
How come?
hanging out with them last year in Kalamata. We spent a month there training for them. So yeah, especially with Carlo, we were hanging out. So I'm a bit biased towards them. But yeah, and I see two of them in that group.
Yes, absolutely. So David and Carl Oscar Nemo. I'm just looking to see if maybe they're up. So lane A. So Carl is still swimming and David in lane E is actually also still swimming. So I can see Anton de Vet from South Africa surfacing in lane D. And that's him. No! Oh no, it's boring!
Are you cheering or complaining? Yeah.
I can hear a lot of shouting.
Oh.
Goggles. I did see him do an okay sign before he took off his goggles, but I don't know what the judges are going to think.
I think the protocol starts now when he takes off the goggles. So maybe it's valid.
I think so. Possibly. Oh, it's definitely a quick recovery, but it was a bit shaky at the start. The start of the surface protocol, I think.
Oh, you want attention?
I know. I want attention. Excuse me, I am distracted. There's how old is he? 7?
7 months.
7 months old Nicolas in the studio with me, and he's wanting to play. Doesn't want to listen to the adults talking. Cool. Thank you so much for talking to me, Rodrigo.
Thanks to you.
And best of luck for all the other disciplines if you're competing.
Thanks. Yeah, I will do.
Actually, just stay for a moment because hopefully... Hello.
Hey, Nico. Say hi.
So I mentioned yesterday during Rodrigo's performance and today as well that there's this little cutie pie who every time we see him, he's like a ray of sunshine. Cool. Thank you so much, Rodrigo.
Thanks
and
to
best
you.
of luck with the rest of the competition.
Thank you.
We are here with Enchanted Gallardo just after her 115 or 13, it was something like that. We were waiting for the official results still, but Enchanted, tell me, how do you feel after the dive?
I'm glad that it's over. No, but it was an interesting dive. So pool is not something that I usually train. I'm usually training and competing in depth, so this is my first pool world championship. It's a lot different, but I'm really enjoying the competition here. It's very well organized. It's got a nice vibe. It's a very different mental strategy in terms of freediving, but I'm really enjoying the experience.
You mentioned you're enjoying the pool and the competition. How is Kaunas? How is the city? Have you tried any pink soup, Lithuanian pink soup?
I haven't tried the soup yet, but the city is beautiful. When I first arrived, I was like, oh, there's this beautiful promenade that you can walk that's lined with all these restaurants and trees in the middle, and it's really beautiful city. I'm really enjoying it.
Right, glad you enjoyed it. You mentioned you're not very familiar with the pool, but you are doing really great. What is your favorite pool discipline? What are you waiting for?
So that's something that I'm trying to figure out because I haven't had the time and experience to really figure out what discipline that I like. I would say that potentially it could be the monofin. I think I'm looking forward to that, competing in that discipline the most.
Well, we'll look forward to Friday and your performance in monofin. Thank you so much, Enchanted. Thank you.
So that was Algimantas talking to Enchanted Gallardo from the USA. She did actually, I'm looking at the official results, it's 112 meters dynamic no fins, which is, I guess, for someone who doesn't train pool an awful lot, is pretty good. And also I'm seeing that in the previous heat, while I was talking to Rodrigo and his beautiful family, we had Anton de Vet, white card continental record with 154 meters. I believe that is the African continental record for Anton from South Africa. In the next heat, we can see Jiyeon Kim in lane C now. And we have athletes from, so Jisun is from Korea, and we have Ibrahim Al-Sulaitni from Oman, we have Yevhen Stepanchuk from Ukraine, we have Sharunas Yorsius from Lithuania, we have Leander Moderson from Germany, and Shin Yaoi from Japan. So another exciting Another exciting heat, we have personal bests between 120 and 180 meters. So I'm curious to see what the results will be from this heat as well. I was chatting to the guys from Oman yesterday, and I am hoping to maybe talk to them a little bit later, because I'm really curious, to be honest with you, about what the freediving scene is like in Oman.
3, 2, 1. Official top.
So top time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And it looked like all the athletes started in 10 seconds, within 10 seconds of the official top. So Sharunas is, he actually lives and trains in right here in Kaunas. So a local athlete to the core. He is competing in lane D at the moment, and he has his own business, and he mentioned to me that he has 1,000 reasons to freedive. You could start listing that, but his favorite was the discipline yesterday, dynamic bifins, and the discipline today, so dynamic no fins. He also really enjoys today's discipline. So let's see, Sharunas, I hope you can get a personal best today in your local city, local pool, but the World Championship. So looking at the AIDA data for Ibrahim, so his previous competition best was in March last year at the Apnea Pirates AIDA Pool Cup, and he did 155 meters in dynamic no fins. So I hope that Ibrahim, who is currently swimming in lane A and coming up to the 100-meter turn, he's actually very close to the 100-meter turn now. And that's him you see on the screen as we speak, with the blue cap and blue and grey wetsuit and blue neck weights, coming up to the 100-meter turn. Let's see if we can see a beautiful turn. I mentioned the importance of the turn, that you need to have a nice, powerful push-off from the wall, because it will help you a lot. And ideally, you'd want to get to at least about 10 meters with your glide, or as much as possible with the glide, without you having to actually do any movements and use any energy in your muscles. So in lane B, we have Yevhen Stepanchuk from Ukraine surfacing. And I can hear a lot of shouting on the far side of the pool with people coaching the athletes who've just surfaced. So I can see Ibrahim in lane A, coming up to the 150-meter turn. According to the AIDA data, his overall personal best is actually a lot more than what he did in the previous competition that I have data on. So let's see if he can repeat his personal best. And he's coming up. The surface protocol looks nice. That looked like a very clear and very decisive surface protocol. And he's holding himself up on the rope, no problem. Just waiting for the judge's decision. And it's a white card. Fantastic. That looked like 160, 165 meters maybe. Again, I'm just estimating by looking at the pool from the commentator booth, based on where the judges are standing. The next official top is in about 3 minutes and about 15 seconds approximately. I'm very excited for this heat, which is going to start at 12 o'clock Lithuanian time. So we are going to see Jan Knudsen from Germany, Olavi Pananen from Finland, Marko Radovic from Serbia, my good friend Zsófia Törőcsik from Hungary, and Jacek Polak from Poland, and Ekaterina Sadurska from Ukraine. So to the person who was asking about when Ekaterina Sadurska is swimming, it's now at 12 o'clock Lithuanian time. And thank you so much to the person who mentioned that there is beautiful diving in Oman. There is a lovely area called the Macedon, and worth going. It's that's brilliant. I mean, I wouldn't have thought of Oman as a diving destination simply because of my, lack of knowledge about the area and what diving spots there are. Thinking about the classics of I'd love to go to the Philippines once, or maybe Dahab. I have been to some nice places like the Cenotes, but maybe one day we'll have a dive holiday in Oman. Fancy that. So you can see Jan Knudsen from Germany. He is in lane A, just adjusting the goggles. Make sure they're on nice and tight. It's the most annoying thing when your goggles start leaking mid-dive. So you want to make sure that they're on nice and tight. An exciting heat, this one, because obviously I can see in the YouTube chat that we have people looking forward to and waiting for Ekaterina Sadurska's performance. So Ekaterina currently holds, she's pretty strong in the no fins, but because she currently holds the depth no fins record called constant weight no fins, CNF is the abbreviation for that. So obviously this is when you go down into depth along the rope. So she holds the world record at 77 meters of depth. So pretty confident that her no fins technique is on point. And I am curious to see what her performance is going to be like today in lane F as we watch. And I'm wondering if maybe she's going to challenge Julia. And there she is now, Ekaterina Sadurska, just enjoying the final bit of relaxation before her official top time. Less than 30 seconds at this point.
20.
And the big breaths. And then starting to take sips of air to fill up your lungs as much as possible. Ready to spend a good bit of time underwater.
Official top +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Everybody has left the. Everybody has done their start within the 10 seconds of the official top time, so that's start okay. And now I am curious to see. It feels to me as though the athletes are maybe a bit faster today, although maybe that's because I've obviously been watching DNF performances the whole day. But most of them are kind of coming up to the 50-meter wall. And again, we see on the underwater footage the way the athletes kind of glide. And I believe that was Zsofia Terucik just turning with the white swimming cap and black wetsuit. And Ekaterina Sadurska from Ukraine in the obviously yellow and blue lobster neck weight, just very gently gliding into the wall and pushing off. So the athletes are slowly coming up to the half of the pool, so 75-meter mark, and then I can see who is this fast one in lane D. Oh, that is of course Zsofia Terucik. I was wondering, I could see the movement underwater, and she's pushed off from the 100-meter wall. This is still quite far from her personal best, so I'm curious to see if maybe she gets a personal best this time. She does seem to be quite a bit faster than the other athletes, but she is also very strong. I think Ekaterina Sadurska is just coming up, or is just after turning at the 100-meter wall. I can see Jiyeon heading to the 150-meter mark, as well as kind of side by side with Olavi Paananen from Finland, who I believe he was one of the national record holders from yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. I will just check. Maybe I am mistaken. No, I am not mistaken. My apologies. So Finland, 230 meters for Olavi Paananen. Yesterday for dynamic bifins, there's Zsofia Terucik surfacing now without the nose clip, just the goggles. Come on, okay. I think that looked like a good surface protocol, and I do believe that she has come up just before the 200-meter wall, and I think that is a personal best for her, which is seriously impressive stuff. Actually, I would go out on a limb and say that that's maybe a Hungarian national record. So Ekaterina Sadurska has surfaced. It seems like she is also at the 180-meter mark, according to our small kind of preliminary results that you see on the screen. There's a bit of coughing. There's a bit of maybe some somewhat unpleasant sensations, but she's looking fresh and clean. This is, according to my notes, this is approximately her personal best, and it's always nice when you can repeat a personal best. The people in the chat are telling me that this is indeed, Zsófia Törőcsik's record is indeed a Hungarian national record. So incredibly happy for her. Well done. That's two national records, two Hungarian national records in 2 days. And white card for Katerina Sidurska with an amazing dive to 180 something meters, possibly 180. And you can see, oh my God, I'm getting emotional now as well. You can see Zsófia actually crying. She hasn't trained a lot of bifins and got a national record nevertheless. And she's getting some hugs from her teammate Diana Ninko, who is a Colombian athlete, but she does live in Budapest. I think that calls for PB donuts for both of them, to be honest, because we ended up not doing PB donuts yesterday. So maybe we will today. With me in the commentator booth is Leander. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Would you like to come a bit closer?
Yes, sure.
If they're going to show us on screen.
Okay.
But that's our camera.
Okay.
Hello. How are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling great because I did my second dive right now. I got a white card and I'm happy to be here. It's an amazing experience, my first World Championship.
Was this a personal best for you? What was your result?
No, it was 134. And actually I just did low because I was aiming for static tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. So I didn't want to push me too hard today. So.
Okay, so are you more of a... which one do you like better, DNF or static? And why?
Actually both. DNF is like the king's discipline, I would say, because it's so technical. You have to be perfect in your movement. And static is all about mind over matter. So I love it.
Which is why I'm not great at static. But that's great. So what are you hoping for in static? Are you hoping for maybe a personal best or national record maybe?
I would have to exceed 8 minutes and 24, and I don't believe I'm going to bring this in this competition, but I'm happy with the white card and a good result, so everything above 7 minutes is fine. Yeah.
Sounds fantastic. And there's a few of you a few of you here from Germany. Do you know each other well? Do you train together, or is it kind of just different parts of Germany? I know it's a big country.
It is different parts of Germany. Most of them are the southern part of Germany. Even Mika is training in Vienna, so not even in Germany. So no, we are not really familiar in training, but it's a great team, and I really like it. And so, yeah. That's my base town is Germany, and is Berlin. And actually, I'm training with Fang Kong together, so she's my teammate actually.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So you're, that's great to have, a teammate from another country here and training together.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Leander.
We're here with Sofia from Hungary with her amazing
I'm so sorry,
performance.
it was a very quick...
180 meters in no fence. It's a Hungarian national record. Congratulations, Sofia. You seem very emotional, and we saw it in the screen. How are you feeling? What's the emotion behind it?
I cannot describe it. I'm happy as I never imagined that. I trained hard the whole year, but I wasn't expected a result like this. So I'm super excited and I'm very happy.
Wow, 180! It is an amazing performance. You did great. Congratulations. You mentioned you were training hard. Where are you training for this exact discipline?
How or where? How? I just do what my coach says. So.
Is this your no offense? Is this what you were training for? Is this what you wanted to take?
My favorite disciplines are the DNF, yes, this one and the dynamic with monofin.
Thank you so much, Sofia. Thank you.
Thanks.
That was Sofia, aka Zsófia Törőcsik, from Hungary, with a new national record, surpassing actually I think it's her own national record, surpassing it with an absolutely magnificent dive, and you can just see the emotions at the end. So we are coming up to our second last heat, heat 17, and you just saw Evan Walter from the USA. He is a US athlete, but living in South Africa. I spoke to him yesterday. He is also a freediving instructor, so if you ever want to go freediving in South Africa, you know who to talk to. We also have in lane B, we have Antons Ryabuka from Latvia, Fernando Iscar Roland from Spain. We have Valentin Nis from France in lane D, and Ryuko Ichihara from Japan in lane E, with Valdemar Karlsson from Sweden. I spoke to him earlier. In lane F. So Jofi was kind enough to come up to the commentator booth to watch this heat with me, but I think you're still not quite realizing your performance there.
Not yet. Hi everyone again.
Congratulations again.
Thank you so much. I'm almost crying now.
I'm actually crying. Was that you broke your own Hungarian national record?
Yeah, it was 150, which I made in Vienna a few months ago, and now 180. I cannot believe it.
I think you came up more or less level with Ekaterina Borysyuk. Do you know what she got? It was 180.
I think 2 or 3 meters less. I don't know how much was that. I just saw that I was surfacing already, and I was doing the surface protocol, and I was breathing as she came up.
You looked like you were pretty fast from.
Yeah.
Did that feel fast? Was that deliberate? Was it competition
Yes, I was
nerves?
trying to tell to myself that I should swim a little bit or dive a little bit slower, but I don't know. I don't know what's happening these times underwater. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I feel.
You just get into the flow and
yeah.
not even realize.
Yes.
180, absolutely magnificent.
Thank you so much.
I'm so impressed. That's brilliant. Are you? I can't remember. Are you doing static on Thursday as well?
Yes, I'm doing everything, but static is not my discipline.
But
I'm impatient for that. But I will try to do my best. But.
Obviously. And then you're looking forward to the monofin because I know you're really strong in the monofin.
I like it.
That's brilliant.
I'm trying to be strong on it.
That's fantastic. Jofi, thank you so much. Congratulations. We really need to go for those PB donuts now because 2 days, 2 national records for you and for Diana. And I saw that, she was giving you a hug just after you exited the pool.
Yeah.
We really need to get some PB cakes into you because
Thank you. Okay.
It's just magnificent.
I'm waiting for that.
Go and get some rest. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye.
So that was Sofia, aka Zsófia Törőcsik from Hungary, with her shiny new national record. I'm so proud of her. It's brilliant to see. Right, I'm hearing some shouting. That athlete is facing the wrong way. I'm actually hearing the judge saying hello, hello. No. That's Evan Walter. You can see him surfacing now. I was just looking out the window and saw the athlete in lane F. That was, that was Valdemar. And he was facing the wrong way, which I think results in a red card. So that is a bit unfortunate, and I could actually in the in-room audio I could actually hear Julia saying hello, hello. Julia, the judge, saying hello. Oh, that's unfortunate. I was rooting for him. I know he mentioned that his training hadn't gone super well, but remember, folks, always face the judges when you're surfacing from your dive. You can see Valdemar's special homemade neck weight there. I think he made lobsters before lobsters were available, or a similar kind of exciting homemade neck weights. And I can see in lane in lane B. Some good bit of applause, so congratulations for Anton Striabuha for what I presume is a white card based on the amount of applause. So Antons is from Latvia, kind of another local athlete. I do believe that the folks in the countries in this area are quite close-knit. To be honest with you, I still can't quite believe that the current Hungarian national record is standing at 180 meters, and yet here we are. Enjoy some highlights from the previous heat.
We're here with Valdemar that we saw just recently doing his dive. Valdemar, tell us what happened.
I don't know. I've been competing since 2010.
Right.
And I think I'm the oldest, most competitions. And I never ever done this. But it was really tough going to 100, and I was just focusing on my swimming. And I need to turn, and I need to go to my announcement, 126. And I was so focused on just swimming and staying under, and it was hard. And then I just went up like yesterday, and I had this lane.
Yeah.
And I didn't look.
You mixed up the lanes, and
I was thinking I was here, and
you did the protocol to the other side.
It's a rookie mistake, but
you're definitely
I'm the oldest rookie here.
You're definitely not a rookie, but your smile is enchanting. Yeah.
I'm here for the static, you know, so this is just for fun.
We noticed the interesting contraption you have. Can you show to us?
Yeah, of course.
What is this? This is a custom weight you have.
Yeah, I 3D printed a case holder for my rods. So I have wolfram.
Looks like an explosive of some kind.
No.
Whoa! Do they pass through security? Thank you, Valdemar. This is an amazing contraption. Thank you so much. This is cool.
I love Valdemar's homemade weight. I mean, you know, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. If you've been diving with your homemade 3D printed weight for a while, you know, don't change it. And with that, you can see him just turning and going, oh no! The realization on his face, going, well, I was totally facing the wrong side, and that's a red card. I'm so sorry for Valdemar. He was talking to me earlier as well before his performance. He was hoping to have a bit of fun, but still he was hoping for a white card. But when you're facing actually with your back to the judge, that is a red card according to the AIDA rules. So I'm so sorry for Valdemar. And with that, we're at our final heat for today for dynamic no fins. We have Carlo Gurbin from Sweden in lane F. We have Clément Lesafre from France in lane E. We have Michal Sadovitz from Germany. I spoke to Michal earlier. Alexander Tetervov from Lithuania in lane C. Yasuko Ozeki from Japan in lane B. And coach András Soproni from Hungary in lane A. So when Zsófi mentioned that she just listens to what her coach says, that would be András Soproni, who is currently relaxing in lane A, ready for his performance.
30 seconds.
So 30 seconds to official top.
20.
Alexander Tetervov, who you can see in lane C, he broke the national record for Lithuania with dynamic bifins yesterday with a fantastic 197-meter dive, which is obviously a seriously impressive distance. Get your act together, Lithuanian divers, if you want to beat that. And here's hoping for a similarly amazing performance from him today as well.
8, 9, 10.
So the athletes have started. I think everybody started within the 10 seconds. Again, this is the final heat. So I am looking forward to some nice performances to round up the day. In lane A is András Soproni from Hungary. He, unfortunately, yesterday, something happened with his shoulder. So I'm curious to see what he manages today. I can certainly see some powerful arm pulls there, and I hope his shoulder is okay. Unfortunately, the day didn't go quite as well for Carlo Grpin. Unfortunately, he had a blackout, which resulted in a red card for him. So fingers crossed, he can find the strength to say, okay, I'm feeling hypoxic. Maybe I should come up and find the that sweet spot of when you feel like you are when you feel like you're happy with your performance, but also you're not pushing it too far. So we can see the athletes in lane A, B, and C coming up pretty much in unison to the 100-meter turn. Some seriously big announcements on this end. Oh, sorry, big announcements, but also big personal bests on this end of the start list. A thank you to the person who called me Borat. I'm going to take that as a compliment in the YouTube chat. And yes, the gang of Hungarian freediving congratulating Zsófi and rooting for András. Really looking forward to seeing what András manages today. So his announcement is 140 meters, but he is coming up to 150. Let's see if he decides to end the dive there or keep going a little bit longer. And I think most of the athletes at this point have turned at the 150-meter wall. Maybe Carlo is still kind of heading towards 150 meters, and he's turned as well. I can see the safeties. So it seems that in lane E, Clément has just surfaced in the wetsuit. Looked like, from a distance, it looked like a good surface protocol. And lots of shouting to Yasuko Ozaki, telling him to breathe. Sorry, telling her to breathe, my apologies. And András Soproni is also surfaced. Oh dear, here we go. And the safeties had to grab. Is that Carlo again? Oh yes, somebody is being grabbed in lane F, so I presume it's Carlo. I'm so sorry. I know he's an incredibly hard worker who trains like a machine, and 2 days and 2 blackouts is very unfortunate for him. But it seems like people are very happy for András Soproni. I'm trying to see what distance it is. So 5, 10, 15. Is it possibly 180 something, maybe? I'm gonna ask him if that's a personal best or not, but certainly looking pretty good and looking pretty fresh. So I think all the athletes are up, and this concludes the competition events for the second day of the 32nd AIDA Freediving World Championship here in Kaunas, Lithuania. Stay tuned for some highlights, and I hope that you will join us again on a Thursday. So tomorrow is a rest day, but tomorrow evening you can find the start list on the AIDA website, and for static apnea, which we will start on Thursday at 9 a.m. You've been listening to Esther Kolotskaya. It's been a joy and a pleasure talking to you about dynamic no-fins and witnessing some fantastic performances with you. I hope you join us on Thursday and Friday again, and I will see you then. Thank you so much.
We are here with Andros from Hungary, who did an amazing performance of 180, sort of 83 or something like that.
Yeah, that's what they say, 183 maybe, or something like that.
A second national record for Hungary just in a few minutes. How are you feeling, Andros?
I'm feeling really, really good. I'm really surprised because I had a slightly shoulder injury yesterday and I had to adjust my technique accordingly. But I gave my student previously in the 2 heats before me, Zsófia, gave me a huge motivation to do and overdo her performance, and I managed it. So now I'm super happy, both for myself, but it's the same amount of happiness because of her success. I mean, I'm her coach, and this is this is by far my best day in my freediving career.
This is your best day in your freediving career. We're glad that you had this moment in this competition in Kaunas. You mentioned that you were coaching Sophia also. Yeah. Is no-fin something that you were working on, training for? And is this the specific discipline that you were working on?
Yes, no-fin always has been my main discipline. However, in the last year, I got my new monofins, so now we are like 50% mono, 50% no-fins. But of course, no-fin as a whole body exercise is it's always going to be the most special one, I believe.
Right. Thank you so much, Andros. You, with the injury, with adjusted technique, getting 180 plus result, I think you're one of the leaders in the table so far in DNF. Congratulations on your results and the national record for Hungary.
Thank you so much, and thank you for C4 for this amazing wetsuit, and thanks for everyone supporting me.
Thank you, Andros. Good job.
Thanks.
Kuo daugiau pasaulio pamatai, tuo arčiau namų grįžti. Su kiekvienu įkvėpimu vis giliau. Gilyn į save, arčiau esmės. Kaip žuvis vandenyje. Pasaulio laisvojo nardymo čempionatas. Pirmą kartą Lietuvoje Žalgirio arenos baseine Kaune. Birželio 24-28 dienomis.